Top of the top. We up. What's up, y'all? What's up? Good morning. Back again. Monday. What's up? Hopefully everybody's good this morning. We back. All right. Thank y'all for waiting patiently. Had to put it together, man. Had to put it together. Something nice. I'm going to get into it today, man. We're going to pick up from this saga. Y'all know how to drop that link. What's good? We picking back up on the saga, y'all. The end of the era. Getting back focused. End of the era, going into the new world. We already in the new world. Y'all already know what's going on TV. So, we're going to touch up on a lot. All right, y'all, let's go. We live on the internet once again. For entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say is a fact. What's good? What's up, y'all? All right, intro. Everything will be timestamped. What's up, Big Phil? What's up? What's up, my brother? What's up? Sandra D, what's up? Comment, all y'all. Shout out to the new people. Shout out to everybody that's up. I'm going to holler at y'all. I ain't going nowhere. We're going to get into it. All right, boom. So, I've been saying B.E.T. is dead. A couple months ago, I said they got a new favorite. And the new favorite is cynthiaerivo. Spoke about that. She's the one that's the favorite by OPRAH and the rest of them. And she's the one that's going to do whatever they say, and she's the new everything. All right? She's like, we already know in Hollywood, they set a new standard of beauty for these people, B.E.T. And Cynthia is the one. Yep. Now, how Monique gave them a hard time, and this one, Taraji gave her a hard time, and y'all know about how it go. Yeah, so once again, I said it, but we're going to look at it why it's officially over. This not just nothing I made up. I didn't just try to come at people. No, I'm reading the scoreboard. What's up? What up, Charlie? What up, Charlie Wilson? What up, Charlize? What's up, Dramatic? All right, shout out to y'all, Britt. Let's go. We're just going to get into it. All right, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody at the live button. Shout out to everybody that caught this members only special yesterday. Tech is king. All right, we in a different time. All of this in your face represent the end of an era change. All right, so either you're going to keep up or you're not. Other than that, this stuff is coming to an end. The money bags are cut. Diddy trial back again today. Back again. But anyway, who cares? All right? Because really, on some real talk, I already spoke. There's nothing in that Diddy trial going, you know what I'm saying? Every time I say that word, Diddy trial, let's go. No, this is going on in the future. Diddy's already dead. B.E.T. is already dead. They've all finished. But somehow that woman named Oprah, she's still around. And she's still happy. So remember I said, you'll notice a lot of them, they are miserable. They are bitter, dry, and abused. You'll see it. What's up in that? But you see how Oprah be trolling them? And you see the new lady, Cynthia, they're very happy. Because it was an awards show yesterday. And I don't think that none of them was there. So it just be funny how it play out. A couple of days ago, I think I said it yesterday. I said, some of them, you're not going to see them at no big events. I didn't know it was an event yesterday because it wasn't trending. I just saw it on TV. So I also didn't see no red carpet event on a lot of people that was there as far as big wigs. No, their ass got ran out, y'all. Now, anybody, okay, look, if you did see any red carpet event from this, that would let you know all the celebrities that are still in good standings. If you didn't see some of them that usually be there, that's how you know who ain't good. And like I said, they playing musical chairs in Hollywood, y'all. Musical chairs. This woman right here, right? This is what I want y'all to see. This woman right here represents the old to the new. And like I said, y'all been in this game so long, Oprah. I know exactly what y'all doing. Like I said, man, y'all are under a code that is so clear as day, but I also know you're passing the torch. This right here is that you know. This right here is your new world order look at Hollywood. This is Oprah passing the torch to the new entertainment. Far as I know, this woman could have went to Oprah school when she was young. Because I also feel like that school they had over there, it was used to pick certain people. I also believe that some people from that school they raised up and brought them here and raised them up as Americans. That's what I believe. I believe that Oprah school was a program school. Program they asked to be. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I told you African American is taught. So you can have a school in Africa and teach them how to be African Americans, then bring them here and make them favorite. That's how it goes. You didn't know there's been a lot of breeding going on. Yeah, a lot of breeding, but it goes back, man. You didn't know some people knew the science of shaping and molding a human being to being exactly what they want them to be. Yup, you thought it was just dogs and cats. No. Let's go. The new Hollywood. This is the representation that anybody from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, up into 2024, if they did not break new grounds after 2020, if they did not break new grounds while we was in the house, they're finished. Plus, the key reason why all the old ones are finished is because they will no longer get no finances. So the truth is, to me, about Black Hollywood, they should have all did certain things because it proves they didn't advance. They were still in actor mode where they should have turned into producers. You know, they should have turned into executives. They didn't do nothing, y'all. So I'm going to keep showing you how it was really all about them banking on Hollywood checks for the rest of their life. So don't feel bad if you're on welfare. Don't feel bad no kind of way because Hollywood was their welfare system. You know, I say these things. The blacks in Hollywood, they rode the wave like a welfare system. As long as they got a job, they rent paid up, they was good. That's why you're going to see they were lazy. You're going to know that because they had so much time to post pictures in the house. You know that because they went live a lot, but you never saw them go live in the office because they didn't have no businesses like that. There's a lot of reasons why they messed up. No. Top of the top, B.E.T, RIP. So like I said, now y'all get it, right? They didn't establish nothing. And also, they controlled the talent. So the game is dead, y'all, because of no talent. Rap game, it don't matter, y'all. The talent has not been produced. You know, throughout the decades, you always seen something new coming out. Something new. Somebody new. Somebody funny. All right, in the chat right now, let me know how many. Give me 3 people that's funny right now. Give me 3 people you can refer me to that I can laugh today after this show. I ain't talking about I want to laugh. Tell me 3 people that's funny right now. And I bet you can't do it without going to the past. Now, if I'm wrong, prove it to me. Let me know who's the latest funny person. I like to laugh. See, I think I just be uptight because I don't laugh like I used to. All right, so let me know who in the celebrity game is funny. Okay, then. You didn't know that it died with Kevin Hart. But Cat Williams told you that already. He told you that. Same thing Shannonsharpe didn't know when Cat Williams came on the show. He was talking to him, too, to his face. And he don't know that when Cat Williams came on his show, Cat Williams put a nice curse on Shannonaz. That's right. Him and his whole team. That's right. I already knew that. We chopped it up already. Only downside, when I saw the Cat Williams video, he said the same thing I said. Be on the same page. Then what Cat Williams do after that? Disappeared, went back to the grind. What Cat Williams do? Keep it going. Did he start a YouTube channel after he became a sensation? No, he didn't was a sensation. He made Shannonsharpe station be a sensation. All right, Cat Williams went back to the grind. The rest of them, they on YouTube. The rest of them, they on internet. They on Instagram Live. Do you know these celebrities have gotten so low? They on TikTok now. What that mean? They're trying to get young fans. That's how sorry they are. I'm talking about the old ones. So if anybody can update me about the data, if I say Eddie Griffin funny, that's my bro. But like I said, you got to go old. You only gonna go old, guys. I already know that already. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing old. Love y'all to death. But like I say, Eddie Griffin, that's my people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been told you that he one of the funny ones. He on YouTube too, but he got a movie out. He doing other stuff. But Eddie Griffin, a comedian I respect. Cat Williams, you know what I'm saying? They real comedians. And they know how to do their thing. So my point is you can't tell me nothing without going old, y'all. But that's your whole life. If I ask you any category, you're going to go old. But that's my proof that we in a new world and that shit is old now. Y'all didn't advance. Meaning the ones who could transition, they going to still be good. So you say Eddie Griffin, he going to still be good. Cat Williams, he going to still be good. So I'm saying the ones that transition, they going to be all right. Because it's called what? Natural talent. When you got natural talent, you're always going to make it. But when you were programmed, or say if you're a rapper and I wrote your lyrics, and you ain't got no talent, you're a comedian, but I wrote your jokes, and you ain't mastered the art of joking, And we in a new world, and you still telling old corny ass jokes. That's because some people got it, and some people don't, y'all. But this whole thing of Hollywood was always like that. So go back to what I said. If you're favorited, you're gonna be a superstar. If the executives love you, if Oprah love you, if they got their hand on you, you the one. And everybody else, oh well, that's how it always been, y'all. Then the one that don't go with the program the most, they ain't dealing with you. Now, also, I just spoke about this the other day, y'all. That's why y'all know on this channel's episode, I just was talking about Oprah Taraji P and a whole bunch of stuff, right? But like I said, when Taraji was running her mouth on the internet after that Color Purple movie, talking about Oprah didn't do nothing for them and had them hungry and had them in Ubers and they went through all this hell making a movie, and then she made them eat that cold pizza at the award. We was just talking about that. So this was also to stick it to Taraji and them. Yeah, Taraji. Who else? Fantasia. She was talking to. They would have stick it to them and the rest of Black Hollywood. Yup. So you know what she did? This is my new celebrity. And guess what? She's not from here. I don't think it would be no body that complexion from this soil, maybe ever again, a star. I don't know. But Oprah grants the wish. And see that? This is the witch turning into a star. Huh? This is the wicked grandmother or the fairy, whatever you want to call her, the godmother, whatever. This is it right here, y'all. This is them. This is Oprah trolling Black Hollywood, letting them know she's the favorite. They know exactly what this means. They know exactly what this means. Sorry, guys, you guys are finished. Let's go. But we're going to go into what the world said. We're going to look at everything. Everything is an update. End of an era. This is what they saying about Oprah and all of them. Screw you, Oprah. Can you go in jail? Puff Diddy instead? Like, Oprah, can you go to jail instead of Diddy? Diddy is better for the public and is really where you belong. Basically saying at least Diddy could dance, entertain, like he's fun. Oprah, you just dry and you need to go to jail too. And this is what they saying about you, Oprah. They want to swap you out with Diddy. So what am I also showing y'all? I'm just showing you the update 24/7 campaign against all of them that did not stop, and it ain't gonna stop. All right, this is nothing but a sequel from what's been going on the past about 8 months. Yeah, ever since that man Diddy been in that prison, they've been catching hell. So this is nothing but an update of what's never stopped. When they say Oprah, you need to be in jail because it's a lot of different things where what. They got their foot on Black Hollywood neck, and they're not taking it off for many, many, many reasons. When I told you it's the end of an era is in all of them, and all they got left is their fans and this internet, that's it. Only thing they got left is praying to God that the fans keep believing in them. That's it. Because you see Harvey Weinstein, the godfather of Hollywood. He's the reason why they all broke. But now Oprah took his spot. So that's why she the face of Hollywood now, meaning, you know what I'm saying? She grants the wishes. She grants the checks now. You get what I'm saying? That's how it works. But y'all know that already because she's the one that gave you Tyler Perry. And that's why y'all love Tyler Perry to this day. So a lot of y'all are hypocrites too because y'all would talk smoke about Oprah, but you love Tyler Perry movies to death. Wouldn't be no Tyler Perry without Oprah. Oprah said, Tyler Perry, you will be the one to give them all dark entertainment for 20 years straight. You will give them every low-down, degrading scene of a man, woman, the child, their family, all of that. Tyler, even though you and Oprah never had no black family, y'all will be the leaders of making all the derogatory movies of black families. All right. And it's no coincidence she had another man named Lee Daniels and made another black, dirty, nasty movie called Precious because their job was to make the most horrific, stereotypical, disgusting movies that make you ashamed of yourself. Only way you're going to know if a Tyler Perry movie was a good movie, if you was black and you watch it by yourself and just say you was in the audience. Let's say you had to be black in a movie theater. And all white people around you, and you're watching the Tyler Perry movie, I bet you feel embarrassed then, all right? Because that's how it's meant to be, all right? That's it, y'all. And you're going to see an era has changed, but this is how you prove to yourself if you've been asleep or not. When I've been shouting out Hollywood is over, black entertainment is dead over a couple years now. They still ain't get the point. Checks ain't been cut yet. Let's go back. When what? Black was cool. BET was popping. When I proved y'all heard Beyonce, all of them was what? Getting tans. Now y'all all got the proof about when black was popping. Black was winning. BET was winning. Everybody want to be BET. Here's the proof. See that? Black ain't cool no more. I told y'all already, man. It's because of them. They turned their back on that black. They all went pink, y'all. Yup. See that, y'all? That's what black was cool. No, y'all. It's called manipulation. They tie them up. All right, this is the new queen right here. Once again, she was crowned. I done showed y'all her at different events. Like I tell people on this channel, it ain't about who you like. I'm going to just tell you what it is. When I told you months ago, they put it at the top. Here you go. Because I didn't even know till I saw the recap of the award show. I said, I didn't even know they had an award. All this other stuff going on. Nope. But this is a smack in the face to the rest of Black Hollywood. That's all it is, y'all. When they see this, just think, y'all. Let's break it down. Your parents put you in acting school in America when you was 8 years old, 7. Did your first commercial. Then, you straight A student. You go to acting school. You might even been to Juilliard Arts, a few others, your whole life. And then you make it. You get you might get a little commercial. Okay. Now you get your little roles on sitcoms. And then you finally get your little TV show. You on Disney. All right? Don't forget about all the Disney stars, y'all, that was in this country first. Let's just go through it. Remember all the Disney stars? Keke Palmer, right? Gabrielle Union. Okay, let's go. So they put their work in. They get their slot. They went from Disney kiddie stuff to movies. The big screen. The one that get you the Oscars. To get you the respect, the clout, the historical Hollywood history. Like we talk about Sidney Poitier and stuff like that. This generation didn't do that. They didn't do that. So the point is, you're going to see they got to a point where they wasn't working on their crafts. They were just trying to floss on us. That's all they were doing. And they were just doing a lot of nonsense like gossiping. See, now look at it now. Instead of Jada trying to convince us about their love stories, they should have been making real movies. Let's really be for real, y'all. Let's be for real. All right? Will and Jada from Hollywood. Why we didn't get a lot of movie production from them, y'all? Why instead of them beefing with each other, they wasn't making no hit movies? So I'm going to keep proving y'all. It's a reason why this game is dead. I'm going to prove to y'all. So you're going to see these power couples was together, but somehow they just didn't do a lot of work. But back in the day, they did. No. Will and Jada didn't do no. What blockbuster movie did they put together with just themselves? They was supposed. That's why I say it's a joke. What's the name of the real movie? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Who is it? Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. They the real Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Why they ain't make the movie? See that? I think they got pranked back then too. Mr. and Mrs. Smith didn't make their own movie together. See? So I'm gonna show you how they corny as hell. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie was together in real life, but still made a movie called Mr. and Mrs. Smith about them wilding out in the house, taking each other out. Big bag. They was playing Mr. and Mrs. Smith on the internet, beefing through. They broke up. They cheated on each other. Relationship. See how they got played? That's right. They didn't even make their own Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie. That also let you know how they control. Because when I was telling y'all, which y'all didn't get, after 2011, 2012, the celebrities' role was to act out on this internet. The real celebrities, blockbuster movies. Y'all job is to act on internet. Red Table Talk, you're going to act like you guys are giving advice. That is y'all movie role now, all right? To generate the Facebook revenue. Because her and her husband had like a $60 million deal. That's right. And they created this thing called Red Table Talk, talking about nothing. But that was illustration of acting. When I've been telling y'all a million times, y'all forget they actors. They was actually acting on the internet, acting in lives, acting doing this, everything. They was just acting out shit. So what I'm telling you is they wasn't focusing on their career. They were just acting out on the internet for about 10 years straight. So to prove it, I will say that you'll see within a 10-year span of Black Hollywood, I'm talking 20 teens now. I'm talking 2010 to 2020. You're not going to have a lot of classics because all the best movies was already made already. All right? Her best movies, Will best movies, 90s, early 2000s, period. They have not been productive. And then all the movies were controlled by Oprah and they were dark. Tyler Perry, dark. Corny. All right? So, this when black was cool, for if you don't believe BET is over. See the shades? Now look, black ain't cool no more. Like I said, Jada Pinkett. See that? Tan gone. And not only the tan's gone, y'all, they put on extra lighting. Now, can you finally get when I said that Jada Pinkett is a weirdo, lying about alopecia? Lying ass. Ain't no damn alopecia. No, they're weirdos. Huh? And she been in this game long enough where her ass got to go bald. That's right. Yeah, that's right. But guess what? She ain't the favorite no more. She is. Nobody from this country is favorite. And no, I'm talking about in that BET department, basketball ain't the favorite. Music, acting. These are facts proven. Back then, favorite. No competition. No conversation about competition. Y'all know what's up. No, this now. This is, see, some of y'all stuck in back then. This ain't Jada no more. This Jada now. She's a weirdo. You don't even know who Jada is. Jada ain't make no damn movie in how long? Huh? When the last time you seen Jada really do a thing on that screen? No, they were putting your life to be taken off the screen and act out in real life. All right, that's what been happening. So therefore, their careers are over because they didn't produce no talent, y'all. All right, and plus, Oprah took her hand. These two right here took their hands off them. Yup. And when her husband did that smacking, that was the end of their financial backing. Let's go. All right, another one. The Disney child star that still hangs around Disney and plays around with the Wayne Wade star. No job. When the last time you seen her with a job, but you still didn't get, they were falling off a long time ago because the only thing kept her going is BET. What's that? Mary Jane. What about the other one? What's her name? Kerry Washington. What kept her alive? BET. That's why I say BET is dead, because BET is the other platform that kept them going. BET kept them going. Through what? Reruns, award shows, little interviews. BET was the engine that kept them going. But once I learned BET was bought a long time ago, I know there was no such thing as what? Black entertainment. That was when we grew up and Bob Johnson, the black man, owned it. That's when it was real black entertainment. Ever since early 2000s, it's been what? Something else. A joke. All right? But you're going to see these same child stars that were favorited, they're not favored no more, because this is a smack in the face to Gabrielle Union too. Just letting you know, on many ways. Yup. They got to do low-level stuff. See that? Anybody seen Tiffany Haddish after all that drunk driving? Guess what? She didn't know the curse was real put upon her. They didn't know they kept playing with Cat Williams. Hey. All right? Now, I knew who Cat Williams was from day one. When that man got on that stage about 2008 and told the world we're going at Diddy parties. Cat Williams' whole story was about Diddy parties, allegedly. But years later, he told you Kevin Hart was not funny, a clown. Tiffany Haddish ain't funny, she's a clown. But he really was trying to tell y'all, yo, they Hollywood favorite. They just went up by default because they picked them to do the stuff that we ain't gonna do. And despite us, Cat Williams was telling you, him and the rest of the people, the blacks, that put in their work throughout all them years, busting down them comedy shows, hitting that road from New York to Ohio, all over, getting their bones, earning their weight. They let it be known that what? Man, they let these cornballs be the favorite because they control. But that was their way of shitting on Cat Williams and the rest of them. That's right, because ever since Bernie Mac, they knew that the real comedians could take over stuff, and they know the real comedians be loved by the people. They know that. See, the real comedians loved by the people. That's right. The people love Bernie Mac. Somehow, the people love Cat Williams. But Kevin Hart's still around. Bingo. Told you, it's always been controlled. Still got Kevin Hart, though. Oh, my God. I forgot Kevin Hart Diddy parties. Wow. So Cat Williams told you about Diddy parties 2008. But in 2025, Kevin Hart is known for being at Diddy parties. See who late? Then y'all praise Cat Williams. It ain't that he's smart. Sometimes people got to accept the fact that they were just dumb, right? Because when people been telling y'all stuff, everybody was trying to go against people. And that's what they was doing, going against people. That was a new wave, going against people. I don't like Cat Williams. So what did Cat Williams ever do for you not to like him? That'd be the whole point. What did Cat Williams do not to like him? And you're going to see it clear as day. Cat Williams didn't do nothing. It's just that They turned everybody against Cat Williams. And that's what happened. They turned everybody against Cat Williams. They turned everybody against Kanye. Everybody that was banging on them went through hell. And y'all just didn't get it. They were telling you back then, Steve, all of them connected, man. They doing other blacks dirty. Steve Harvey and them blackballing blacks. They all had because Steve Harvey down with Diddy and arrested them. So they all had a network of, if you ain't with them, forget you. But guess what? Now they all done. That's right. They daddy in jail. So I'm just connecting the dots to show you why Gabrielle Union had to start being close to Dwayne Wade. If that woman did not get with that basketball player and drain his money, she would have been finished a long time ago, y'all. That woman know damn well she been tossed up at Disney and all of that. All right? She know what's up. That woman would have been so broke if she did not run into Dwayne Wade. So if you don't believe that, you just tell me the last time Gabrielle Union had a big first of all, she never really got a lot of money anyway. Period. She never did. But I know she been leeching off Dwayne Wade, and I know she's part of helping to flip his family. You ever heard of that TV show, Flip This House? Yeah, her job was to go in his house and flip his you-know-who, his son. That's right. That's what she did. And guess what? She knew what she was doing because she still is y'all heard about that Disney stuff. When you work for Disney, they own your ass for life, right? Y'all heard about that, right? Allegedly. Then you're going to see she made a point to bring Dwayne Wade, bring him to Disney. That's right. I don't want to say it. Yeah. They've been doing red carpet events for Disney, Dwayne Wade's kids. Yeah, Gabrielle Union part of that. Yeah, she been exploiting. Let's go, y'all. But guess what? That's why they laughing at them now. Because they got to do all that stuff, but they ain't get nothing. Also, don't get it twisted. This is y'all new face. Y'all new face is weirdo. That's right. Y'all new face is weirdo. So, for anybody that don't know no better, she represent the new BET. That's right. So get used to it. Huh? This the old BET. Huh? We spoke about a lot of this stuff. Somehow, them black celebrities, they've been doing weird stuff. They've been looking weird and acting weird. And I assume a lot of them turning into boys. Actually, they turning into trans. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm just showing you y'all something going on weird with them. All right? And they're not winning at all. Nope. All this. Let me show you, Taraji. This was Oprah trolling your ass to the highest level. Clowning you. All right? Now, if Taraji, if you wasn't there, I don't know. But I saw them praising this woman a couple of times, and I already assumed Oprah's behind her. All right? Because Oprah is now replaced him. And Taraji, you're not getting no jobs after you ran your mouth about Oprah and said how she treated y'all. Now, has anybody seen Lee Daniels? Because Lee Daniels ain't getting no big checks neither. That's why him and Monique had to squash that beef. And that's why him and Monique ass on Netflix. That's right. Because no more big check cut. As far as I know, Oprah might have kicked his ass to the curb. I think so. Oprah just needed him to make that dirty movie Precious. Yeah, that's about it. Because you also got to remember back then, certain real film directors, if they felt like a movie was going to tarnish their career or get them backlash, they'd turn that stuff down. So they had to get people to do certain things too. Even with roles. Y'all know that certain roles, certain people wasn't playing. No. Go find somebody else. I'm not going to ruin my career playing that role. Just like some directors know. I'm not putting my name on that film. That movie Precious horrible. You mean you tell me you want me to film a movie about a child and what their parents do to them? I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my name on that. Lee Daniels said I'll do it. That's it. All right. So yeah, it's not a coincidence. Lee Daniels' top movies are filthy movies. Halle Berry getting her back blowed out by a correction officer, Monsters Ball, and the other one is Precious. Getting her back blown out by both her parents. That's Lee Daniels. That's Oprah. That's called the dark sickness they put in your household and put on your people. Put it on big screen. But nobody respects it. Nobody watches it. Nobody cares. Then you're going to see what Eric came out. Then you put that together. That's right. Let's go. Harvey Weinstein, the god of Hollywood, the founder, financier of Paid in Full. The movie you was always taught the praise of Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Remember back then we thought they were so super rich, but we had no clue everything they was doing was given to them because they was the favorite by Harvey. They was the favorite. They was the bridge between the black community to transition the black community into dollars. Rich executives on the left side, black community on the right side, Jay-Z, Diddy, Dame Dash in the middle of the bridge, called Get Money, the bridge of the black community, which is also called the gatekeepers. But they never owned the house. Never owned the house. Never owned the house. That's why you'll see somehow their house has been destroyed. Who's on the screen? Gayle King. Just told you last week, Gayle King said this her last year. Just prove to y'all, we looked at what Gayle King, people said she's tired. She's been working to death. Gayle is over 70. She was in a 10-year contract, but I call that a what? Bondage contract. So you mean to tell me people work their whole life and then get in a 10-year contract after they almost a senior citizen? Yes. Have you ever heard of anybody in a 10-year contract after 60? That's Gayle. But they've been using her and Oprah to do a lot of stuff. They're the mediators. They are the ones in place to make the black community accept whatever's being pushed. But when you understand that Gayle been a puppet, Oprah's a puppet, Jay-Z the biggest puppet of all puppets, then you're going to ask why things so different now. Where the hell is Jay-Z at? I don't know. But he know what's up. Diddy in jail, Harvey in jail. Just so happened in the same jail. All Jay-Z can do every day is pray that he don't go to jail. But just so happened his friend is Russell Simmons, his father. His whole legacy is not going to be nowhere without Harvey's name on it. Russell, because it's Def Jam. Are you getting it? Russell is the one that put them with Harvey Weinstein. Def Jam. Cameron, you're going to play the role of a snitch. Because in 2002, we're going to make snitching popular. Before Paid in Full, snitching was not popular. No, it's always about the agenda. That's right. Jay-Z was with the agenda, but now it's no agenda because y'all ain't got no agenda and y'all not important anyway. That's it. Y'all were the favorites when it was time to push agendas from 2009 on up. That's why I be telling people. When I show them this right here, y'all, the truth is this. Y'all had the stage from the 80s to 2024. What did y'all produce? We're not even going to talk about what y'all all did for y'all communities. What did y'all do for black entertainment? Do y'all have any black acting schools? Do y'all have any film schools, engineering schools? Do y'all have anything? And this is 1980 to 2024. It's no more excuses, y'all. This is why you can cry all you want. You can look and search all you want. But I'm just showing you it's the end of an era, y'all. You just might have been, just didn't notice it. If it's no new talent, they wanted me to keep watching the same celebrities I watched when I was 16 years old, 15 years old. Jada Pinkett. She's still on my face, but she has no new stuff. And I know in Hollywood, she's not respected. She has no movies on the level of Angelina Jolie. Not one. Not one. She has no movie on the level of Michelle Pfeiffer. Sandra Bullock. None of them. All right? So they always played Jada as a little girl in this game. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. Their legacies are all shown now as well. We have our favorite movies. But what I be telling people is, I don't base movies on my same opinions of when I was a child. I know real film play. Like, all those movies was good because I was young and a kid, but I'm grown. I'll never watch them again. I never buy them again. I might watch and laugh, but I'm not buying it. It's not no classic. It's not no movie I can say to the future, yo, check this movie out. This shit was good. Soul Plane. This is a funny movie. Let's watch the Soul Plane. Watch this movie Cookout. Tell you this shit funny. No. They were actually movies clowning y'all, all of them. Yeah, those are humiliation movies. And Girls Trip was about girls taking trips, humping on each other. So that's why that movie ain't make no noise neither. And it wasn't about nothing. And you're going to see, right after Cat Williams told you the truth about her, somehow her career just went left after that, kept getting caught with DUIs. And has anybody seen Tiffany Haddish yet? But you still didn't notice something. Why they not promote it like they used to be? Why before they were shoving them down our throat? And it was all, why not no more? It's a reason for that, y'all. And another thing I ask is, why they always look depressed? Why they look so miserable? Huh? You can't tell that much? You can't tell they all miserable. They all look horrible. Meanwhile, that's why this woman been laughing at their ass. That's right. They all miserable, y'all. The American black celebrities are miserable and they're finished. It's a reason for that. Because their father's in jail, all their fathers in jail, and they didn't do nothing for themselves. They were just worried about their next contract, and they were just worried about what outfit they was going to put on when they went live on Instagram. Yeah. Meanwhile, here's the proof. All right? You know how Terry Crews kept his role. Now, ask yourself a question. How did this man complain about getting touched on when you see his left arm when he played football? Or was it that he didn't want to lose his career and he just wanted to stay in Hollywood? All right then, Damon. All right? So, where's Terry Crews at now? Out of all the movies he did, out of him talking about being touched on. Yeah, he got a TV show, but you're going to see he ain't in no big movies no more. They not in movies no more. If you see any black entertainer, it ain't no damn movie. They doing everything else. They go do little movies, but I'm talking about when you a Hollywood actor and you go to Oscar awards and you watching everybody get them awards, you say one day, I want my award. That's what it's about. No, y'all, they all been reduced to low level. They're going backwards. Denzel Washington is doing plays, y'all. Plays. Terry Crews got doing TV shows. Vivica Fox and Ice-T doing car shield commercials. Vivica Fox ain't doing no acting. That's right. The people from Set It Off ain't got no job. You ain't noticed that yet? Set It Off been lost their job, the whole team. And on top of that, talking about Set It Off, Queen Latifah just got her show canceled. I just spoke about that yesterday. Let's go back to Jada. Life after Set It Off. I told your family, this generation, watch when y'all see y'all unsung. Our generation unsung gonna be worse. The worst of the worst. Unsung, the Set It Off cast. Queen Latifah just got booted off CBS. Jada, you see how she is. Set It Off. Vivica Fox, I think she, you know what? She doing car shield. Life after Set It Off. Vivica Fox doing car shield commercials. Trying to rob black people with $8,000 contracts on lemons. Yup. You signed that car shield, y'all. You locked in the contract 4 years. And they might want $200 a month. You locked in. But Vivica Fox pushing that shit right now on TV. Life after Set It Off. It's called Life After Black Hollywood, y'all. So if you don't believe me, just start doing your homework looking at what they're doing now. A lot of them hiding out. But you're going to see they doing low-level shit. Like, they might have been a singer. Now they selling you dildos. You know, they might have been an actor. Now they selling you some gym shit. No, y'all, they have no career. No, only thing they got left is their fans. If they didn't have their fans, they'd have been outside holding fan signs. All right, let's go. Let's go. Terry Crews, man, he actually told the world he let a short 5-foot producer fondle his nuts, y'all. Yup, Terry Crews. That was another L. That was another L for B.E.T, man. Yup. So now you get it, right? This the favorite. Now, remember when I said it's the reason why they got to show their nails? They got to show their nails. The black celebrities got to show their nails. And that's why they claws now. Because she's a freak. When I said the new face of black Hollywood is freaky freak. Prove it to y'all. This y'all new look, whether you like it or not. Remember back in the day, they had a brown paper bag law? You heard about that brown paper bag where they were saying, well, certain people couldn't be on that screen unless they was in order with that brown paper bag. Now, the new rule is to be on that TV screen, you got to be a freak or look like one some kind of way. Yeah, that's the new wave for y'all. See that? You'll see them slowly but surely turning into something. Told you it's all in your face. They turning into stuff. Because she know if she don't look like this, and if she don't look like this, they might not get no more nothing. That's right. You're going to see the change. Told you, Black Hollywood is exposed, y'all. Yes, they are. Yup. So anyway, just know, she's the favorite in control. Now let's go, y'all. To let y'all know what's going on in the world. Salute the Pride Month. Here's one of y'all members. $10,000 reward offer. The FB hunts Pookie. Pookie. You know, remember Pookie from New Jersey City? Well, this Pookie from New York is on the run. He's wanted. for shooting innocent people like an idiot. Meanwhile, he's a what? Cross-dresser. Pride Month, stand up. Your first official gangster trans on the run. That's right. Stand up, New York. Let's go. All right? Salute. Gangster, gangster. When I said the joke is the gangsters are the pranksters. The gangsters are the punks. When I told you, everybody been trolling these so-called gangsters. Yep. The gangster rap program, y'all know what it is, right? I'm just showing you Diddy trial is bigger than what you think. The secret joke is what I said. That's all of their ass. Now, y'all see I wasn't playing? Did I not show you how I kept talking about how the Diddy trial is really about how these men are into that lifestyle. That's what they into. When they show me a picture of pumps, heels, ropes, Astroglide in Diddy's hotel room, his house, baby all dildos, the secret joke is this what y'all into. Am I lying? No. See that? Boom. It's not me. He done shot people on the run. Yes. But I said what? The new thug is cross-dressed. They're going to be half gangster, talking about I'll shoot you. Then the other half, they smoke pistols for real. That's right. They love pistols. What does he want it for? Firing multiple weapons into a crowded street. See why they punks? It's a reason why they're called punks. A punk is a sissy. A sissy is a guy with a pistol that'll shoot from far away and hit everybody except for his target. Because he don't want to walk up, look his enemy in the face, and put his blood on the sidewalk or in the sky. He don't want to do that. He want to peck from far away. He's scared. He's a punk. That's what they do. Shoot grandma, shoot through the house, shoot the dog, shoot the car tire, everything. Run, drop the gun, all that. All right, that's what they do. Punks, sissy boys. All right, shoot the gun. The gun make their arm jerk. Get it? The gun make them go back. Dummies. That's them. And they shoot sideways. Get it? Punks. Gun in the purse. Punks. Get it? That's them. That's the new world, y'all. Punks. Like I said, salute to my people in the chat. Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't see everything. But when I posted a picture about FatJoe and LL, I didn't see the CIROC. So even though I've been telling y'all, half of all the Diddy people still in y'all face, here's the proof. When I said that they would not live if it wasn't for Diddy and Jay-Z, because they was the one feeding their ass, making them what? Push that liquor. Drink champs. But you didn't know that when these guys was going to work on their Instagram platform, they were monetized, they were working for Rock Nation, and they were pushing their brand. FatJoe, sit your fat ass down, put us in the background, take this check. The question is, FatJoe, isn't there stuff in that bottle that knock your ass out? Here's the proof. He's busted. Is it a coincidence? The man FatJoe that was raised by Zulu Nation, also very tight with Diddy into the last day, but for some reason, he has a YouTube channel and Diddy's in jail and they didn't shout Diddy out once. So, you see what's going on? You see what they into. But you still don't get what the 700 dildos were for. When LL Cool J was in the video and said, he shit with Diddy, huh? And then that trans wrote that book on LL, but they still around? No, I've been told you, they're out the closet, guys. They're pranking hip-hop fans. They're pranking black men. They're pranking the gangsters. Yes, they are. You see that, CIROC? Told you FatJoe with the program, y'all. All of them are. Shout out to the chat. That's why I say. That's why I say important. I don't see everything. Salute to the chat. I missed that. On the replay, I caught it. Oh, shit. Yup. Bring that back, DJ. Let's go. What's up, ancient lady? Shout out Black Free Thinkers. So like I said, when I said all they doing out here is playing in y'all face, yeah, that's what they doing. Yeah, you going to laugh at Diddy, baby, y'all, but you have no clue about FatJoe. Ha ha. Y'all so stupid, y'all. Look, check it out, y'all. They don't even know about shit when somebody tell them. So if a video don't go viral like Meek Mill, they don't get it anyway. Even though Meek Mill from Def Jam, LL from Def Jam, that's right, they all get jammed up. And FatJoe got that CIROC that knocked your ass out. Right? The CIROC is the formula. Now look at CIROC now. CIROC was nothing but a knockoff Absolute. That's all it was. We were talking about vodka the other day. Sky vodka still popping. Absolute was the top of the top. You see how y'all got tricked? Y'all were drinking a knockoff Absolute. That's right. Ain't taste nothing like Absolute, no nothing. Y'all know what's up. You know right now you can take a shot of Absolute and be all right. You take a shot at CIROC, I bet your ass be fucked up and crash. That's right. That shit, now you see it now, right, y'all? That shit was a knockoff absolute. Because they say what? They going to go by what they look at, what they like. Even though it's a straight bootleg, but being that they love rap, they're going to buy it anyway. And on top of that, to really prank them, we're going to make that shit cost more than absolute. And they bought it. They bought it, man. That's what I'm telling you. All right? So, now you're going to see why FatJoe has no job. He's going to sink. That's why they're on YouTube. They monetize just like me. Only difference is him and Jada got to split the check. Yes, they do. They got to split it. So you see that? Guilty is evidence, Your Honor. Here's the proof. Your Honor, FatJoe with tainted bottles. He got tainted bottles, Your Honor. He might got some baby oil in there too. But that right there was for knock somebody's ass out, Your Honor. Get FatJoe. Get his ass. All right, let's go. Top of the top. That's right. You bought Jay-Z. Harvey Weinstein had Jay-Z on the string. Here's hip-hop history. The end of an era. 1980, 2024. I'm just giving your history. Shout out to all the Generation Z and everybody else. Let's go. Shout out to everybody got popcorn brain forgot. That's right. Now you see how you was sold a dream. Jay-Z, you're going to be the one to get them ready for 44. And when 44 come in office, we all going to get paid. Harvey, you feel me? Jeff and us. That's right. Mark and the rest of us. Billy, we going to get rich. Now we going to do. You going to get them right, Dre. Because if this shit don't work, y'all done. But if y'all can help this man get in office, you straight. So your job, your good reward was $2 billion. But the rest of us, we got $300 billion. Good job, Jay. And guess what, Jay? When it's all over with, somehow you're going to get accused of going in the room. And you and Harvey going to be in jail. See how it panned out, Jay? See how it panned out for you, bro? That's right. That's Geppetto. That's Pinocchio. Because him and Harvey, yeah. You don't get that check for them rich executives. I told you, Harvey Weinstein the same as Diddy. He went down in the Me Too movement, but it was all women. Meanwhile, Harvey was touching on a lot of men. That's right. He was touching on a lot of men, groping their ass, groping their ass, and grooming them boys. He was touching their ass. Yup. He touched on Cam too, allegedly. Man, you don't get no movies from this guy without this guy being your friend. I think Dame Dash actually sold his ass Cameron for the movie role. Yup. Dame and them, only reason why, see, they wasn't going to get the movie role, but they had to convince Cameron to sleep with Harvey. Allegedly. All right, then they got the shit done. Get it? That's right, Cam. That's right. That's when you was the favorite. Now you was an old pervert on YouTube with a YouTube channel, bro. You ain't favorite no more. Oh, anybody see Mekhi Phifer? Oh, my God, he doing bad, bro. Oh, he doing so bad. Google Mekhi Phifer right now. No, Black Hollywood always ends up bad, y'all. It's just that you ain't think it was going to happen to your generation, man. We didn't think it was going to happen, but it's going to happen. This generation going to be the worst. Back in the day, they wasn't doing all them drugs and crazy stuff. If you think Unsung and all that shit is Hollywood stories is bad, watch what they do this generation. And don't forget, Smokey Robinson ass in trouble right now, too. So that Motown shit going to end bad, too. All y'all history going to be so bad. But Google Mekhi Phifer. You going to say, damn, what happened to Money Making Mitch? Life after Black Hollywood is when I tell y'all, man, when that man take his hand off you, when them executives take their hand off you, you just going to go back to the earth. That was going to happen. Because in this thing, he a giant. This is what it is, y'all. He was a giant. And when he done with you, you on your head. So just know that whether it was me, anybody in this chat, anybody listening, if that man had love for you, you was going to be a star anyway. That's just how it was. Now, look at it like this. You got him, got love for you. Right? He got love for you. See, now you got to remember, all this manufactured through Oprah. So now you're going to see when Jay-Z took Oprah to the hood, it was all connected. See that? All connected. Jay-Z, you're going to be the face because the high-ups knew that number 44 was coming. So they was prepping his ass, getting Jay ready. So they was doing, putting him in pocket. So that's why you're going to see. What I knew is, ever since that man went in jail, I knew it was going to be a chain reaction. And I just kept watching and watching. Because while they dealing with him, they dealing with Russell. They dealing with R. Kelly at the same time. So I'm watching. What else happened? Bill on the table. So I'm just watching. But see, Look at what I said. People thought it was just going to be Bill. They thought it was just going to be R. Kelly. That's why I say, that's when I knew they were all stupid. People on this channel know, I think I said that about a few years ago. When I said, if I was in the rap game and all that, when I started seeing the lawsuits, period, I was like, yo, you could have been a rapper. Say you could have had a party in 97 and say a girl could have got dealt with back then and put a lawsuit on you. I was like, yo, if I was a rapper and I made it out, I'd have just been left that rap game alone. I just left it all alone. I said that before this stuff started happening because I started seeing this pattern where, hey, if you've been in this game, anybody can basically come out and make up something on you anyway. So I looked at it like that. So I'm like, yo, they get in trouble, but then these old heads still sticking around, but they ain't really got no talent. I was like, yo, I think all of them going to wind up getting in trouble some kind of way. And I'd be damn if it didn't happen. Because I know there's a thing called guilty by association. It's impossible for y'all to be together all these damn years and now everybody getting in trouble, but everybody want to play make-believe like they don't know what the hell going on. All right? But they also knew that the blacks didn't know nothing about Harvey Weinstein. The black fans didn't know that their whole reality was controlled and it was just black faces controlling it. That's why they never knew about Harvey. No, they didn't know about these things. They didn't know that Oprah and them was controlled by Epstein. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that. So that's how it was meant to be. BET was like a cartoon channel, y'all. It was like, I'm gonna just tell you like this. BET was like a fantasy channel. It was like a channel just for y'all. Just for y'all. That's for you, y'all world, all the stuff y'all believe in. That's for y'all. Whatever we want y'all to believe in, that's for y'all. This is a channel we're gonna put all statistics on that y'all got HIV. We're gonna put y'all statistics on this channel and keep putting in your head that y'all got sickle cell on this channel. We also gonna use this to promote every single thing in y'all community. Also, when we first wanted y'all to vote, we use this for that. Yeah, we always use it to control y'all life because this was y'all life, whether you know it or not. Yeah. Yep. And then a lot of stuff y'all saw on this TV, y'all went out in real life and tried to do it. Yeah, this is the main thing that inspired y'all to want to be stars too. That's why we had it. They had all that BT stuff coming on right after school on purpose. Yep. So BT controls your life. It's a reason why you know BT more than any textbook right now. All right, that is what it is. So we're gonna get into Ray J and them freaky stories too in a minute. Yeah, Ray J and Young Berg. Freaky stories, because I told you they finished. They got to come out their closet. They doing bad. LA is Hollywood is finished. The black Hollywood celebrities are the brokest, y'all. The ones like Ray J never had a career, broke. Young Berg, no hits a long time ago, broke. Guess what? This how it's going down, y'all. It's the celebrities, right? They had a little name, but they was able to hide in Hollywood. Like they still popping. Him, the game, all the low-level ones, they broke. The game, all them broke, y'all. The ones that was just living in Hollywood. And they was set up, it was set up like, long as I can chill with Diddy and them, long as I can be at the parties, I'm good. I'm good. See, long as Brandy, my sister, I'm good. That's how they was living for decades. Now you're seeing these Negroes ain't got no more money, y'all. That's why, look at you. Y'all didn't get it, man. I'm not trying to keep saying this stuff. Look. That's how low they are. That's how low they are. But your stupid ass could have been a content creator too. But you want to watch Ray J. He's acting like a content creator. When I tell you they've been on this internet acting. And they're both acting like Diddy didn't touch on both of them. Stop it. All right? No. Ray J was an actor. Brandy, bro. He with billionaires, millionaires. He with Diddy. He with Floyd. Look at him now. He's acting like a content creator. That's how low they are. This is my pro-black entertainment is dead. No such thing as what? Love and Hip Hop Hollywood no more, is it? I know Ray J ain't on it. Nope, they're all on the internet. And somehow they're all tied in the Diddy some kind of way. What else we go through the other day? Now you see the joke in Belly? What's the joke in Belly we can see now? Well, they said in real life, he was Jamie Foxx's little boo thing. And they also said that he was known for putting a lot of bananas in his mouth. Now, what they said in Hollywood, he's known to keep the bananas in his mouth. Now you see how they was trolling us back in 1998, 99 with a movie called Belly. Because the secret is, this movie was produced by Def Jam. And Def Jam knew he liked bananas. So they gave him a role of eating bananas. But now you get it on this channel as well, right? Pink program, what? What they told us. They got to be fruity, and they got to be a snitch. What role did he play? Fruity and a snitch. I'm going to drop a dime on them, but really, that was New York rappers. Huh? That was really New York rappers. Why? New York wrote the script to the movie. Did you know New York was the main one promoting snitching? That was Def Jam. The two top movies they promoted snitching was this, right? And Paid in Full. Before that, snitching was not promoted. Did you see them promote snitching in Boys in the Hood? Did you see them promote snitching in Menace? Well, New York promoted snitching, y'all. Yes, they did. Def Jam, right here. All right? Def Jam. See that? Right here. Snitching, snitching. Snitching, snitching. Who promoted that movie? Who loved them movies? I used to love them, but I told you I've grew up. I've been stopped watching that shit. Money make it sunny. You won't give your mama no real money. That's all y'all, man. You don't give your mama shit. See that? Cam, did Harvey fondle your balls to be on that show, bro? Because you can't be in Hollywood unless you get fondled. Is that why y'all all turned out? Taking too many money deals? Because them white men love some black men. Especially, hey, they pay you if you hit them too. It ain't about them hitting you. They might pay you to hit them. That's right. Go ahead, hit that male stripper. That's Cam. That's right. Bingo. You mean to tell me he was in a blockbuster movie? You mean to tell me he's in a classic amongst BET? But the proof that BET make you a bum because somehow he's on YouTube now, that's your proof. You can make all the black movies in the world, but it's going to prove to you that in the end, nobody's going to respect it. You love Paid in Full, but Paid in Full was not a good enough movie to get Cameron another job. Did you notice that? He did this 2002. But you will clearly see that after this movie role, Cam didn't get no more big roles. Because I know the truth. After that, he started putting out janky-ass shit called Killer Season. He went independent because he got kicked off Def Jam. Because I know now, Cam, your job was just to rap, promote gangbanging, and get people locked up. You, Beanie, all that was y'all role. Y'all didn't know that. State property, our job was just to make jail look cool. Y'all didn't get that part. Cam, you're going to promote life before jail. Balling with the rims and, flossing. And then state property, you're going to promote the life after they get locked up. State property. That was Def Jam, a program. It was all laid out in your face. We promote snitching. We promote music to get you locked up. And then at the end, we'll show you how to act when you get locked up. D-block. Yeah. All the jail program, prison program, y'all, these are all proven facts. Proven facts. That's why you'll see Cam did not have no career after this. After Def Jam was dismantled, it was a reason for that. Their job was to promote RICO shit, to get your ass RICO laws, and that was that. And you're going to see after that what happened. It started being RICO laws and people getting locked up, rounded up. Then somehow no more music came out and no more movies at all. All right? But like I said, you look at this picture. When those executives are fond of you and they love you, you're going to be a somebody. But when they take their hand off you, you will go back to nobody. You will be worse than that. Because it hurts more when you fall off a giant's arm. That's right. Y'all didn't get it. You see what Harvey was doing to Dame and the rest of them? Is what Oprah doing right now. See that? Right here. That's it. That's what it means. When they put their finger on you, you good. That's why you're going to see, y'all. Somehow now, look at them all now, y'all. It's called they not the favorite no more. Y'all not the favorite couple. Y'all ain't neither. How you know it? You look at their career, their production. Look who's laughing and who's not. All right? That's how you're going to know who winning. And they all depressed because this shit right here hurts their heart. That hurts their heart. That's right. So let's continue to move on. We just getting started. Because like I said, when they take their hands off you, y'all, that's why I trashed them, because they flossed on me on yachts, pouring out. Dame told me he had so much money, he can pour out 2 bottles of champagne. Yup. He told me he got so much money, he can pour out 2 bottles of Cristal right in my face. And Aces. He just can pour out champagne. I bet he wish he had them bottles now, don't he? Dang, cause you know what it was? Dame was teaching me to blow my money and be a dickhead. Yeah, he was teaching me to go out to the club, just buy shit, and just pour that shit out and just trick on everybody. Yup, always be broke. Yup, that's what they promoted, man. Dame didn't teach me his smart skills on how he was so-called executive, but Dame Dad proved to me that he was acting like a CEO. He was acting like he was a top-notch executive. Because in the end, all Dame Dad proved to me is that he can barely keep his teeth in his mouth. Why? Because when their God let their hand off of them, they're finished. That's why I said these are their gods right here, y'all. I like to thank God. That's what they be talking about. Because when they God take their hand off of them, you shall see the truth. Back to mere mortals. All right? Damn, your punishment will be you will forever walk around in shame. Before that happened to him, I've been told him to shut up. T fell out. I said, see, I told y'all, his ass won't leave. He won't go nowhere. I said they're going to keep getting embarrassed because they won't get it. Even if they told you hip-hop was a young man's game, when you got old heads sticking around, they're going to get embarrassed. All right, that's it. Yesterday, I was talking about Lord Jamal's internet with his freaky content, right? Now, let me show you how they all exposed still. He's done. Now, I just saw this yesterday. He's done. Why they saying Lord Jamal's done? For those who don't know, he's an old washed-up rapper, but he got a YouTube channel. But they saying he done. I was just talking about him yesterday, and I was just showing y'all how it's people like Lord Jamal that was down with Bam Bada and Diddy. They're the ones on the internet playing. Like I said, you're going to know who's who. He laughing at Diddy topics, talking about Diddy was a porn addict. Are you one too? That's one video I saw him doing. I spoke about it, but I didn't see this. They saying Lord Jamal is done. Lord Jamal's career is over. It already been over. Why? Lord Jamal got 2,000 views. Paddock Flacco, shout out to the YouTube. We've been on here for a minute. As you see, 42,000 views, all right? When I told you regular people was getting more views than whack-ass rappers, they just couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. And they started looking at those views and trying to get money. Even though, guess what? Lord Jamal went against Vlad. But he's so broke, he had to go back to Vlad TV. That's how broke he is. Because black entertainment is dead. He tried to shit on Vlad, but he had to go back to Vlad. Because rappers are hoes. You should have known that. They on YouTube because they hoes. They all broke. They had no self-esteem. You don't got to tell me which one of them got touched on. I know the ones that were hoes because they ain't got no money. I know the ones that were hoes because they ain't got no pride and dignity, y'all. Ain't no way in hell I was on damn BET, MTV. I had a video, slow down, all this shit, #1 chart, and I'm going to get on fucking YouTube and fail at that? No, bro. They all ruin their legacy. It's ruined anyway, but they ruin it even more. They are. Keep watching, y'all. Keep watching. Because Lord Jamal, he another one. He was pushing that black power, black power, black power. Black power equal brokenness. That's right. I was raised on that too. And I was broke a lot too. I kept trying to wonder why I got to do all this dirt all the goddamn time. Then I changed my mind. I realized, man, this black power shit a lie, bro. Plus, everybody doing me dirty is black. I ain't going for that shit. Anyway, they been told me the word devil's a black one, man. I learned that, man, teenager. Anyway, protest. What's going on in the street right now? All right, but we already spoke about how protest is outlawed, but people didn't believe it. But who started gaslighting protesting? Who was raised to protest? Even though your ass was not born in Martin Luther King days or Malcolm X, somehow you were brainwashed to be a Black Panther and a protester. The internet was made to get money. The internet was made for innovation, creation. You could be the next world changer. But you guys are stuck in the past of the 60s and you just want to protest and pump your fists. When I learned, like I said the other day, somehow when it's hot as fuck, you're going to be marching. You ever figure that out yet? Anyway, California is going down. The home of the knuckleheads. The home of the protests. You mean to tell me in 2025 they still protesting? Yep. The only thing is they didn't know that protesting was illegal. It was bad. They didn't know that part. Meaning, you can protest, but if y'all start that rebellion stuff, oh well. So I knew it was going to happen already. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew already. I already knew they were going to get dispersed. It's going down. Guess what? It's been going down. You can't say too much. But when I told y'all that protest, y'all ain't want to listen, right? Because y'all were trying to be like Jay-Z. Y'all were getting gaslit. Even though never in your life you see nothing get accomplished from protests. Nope. Also, I found out what I said. Remember I said I think Jay-Z and them was using these protests to cripple businesses as extortion moves, and they tried it with the NFL. That's what they was doing, y'all. Allegedly. Like right here. That's one of Jay-Z protest sites. See what they was doing? He was using them to cut the throats of businesses, stuff like that. Put people out of business. Yeah, man. Protest. Destruction. So you mean to tell me he had people protesting and he took out a PPP loan too? I've never in my life heard of a billionaire with a PPP loan. Google it. You're not going to get away with being dumb with this search engine no more. All right? That's it. Anybody that is not smart, just know that the Google search engine is smarter than you now. Yup, AI has took over. No. You see the life when you're shaping and molding the character. When this character goes through training with the top executives, Russell Simmons, Harvey Weinstein, right? He's raised by the best of the best, Bill Gates. You see him with all these people. He put on suits, and then you start believing it. They turned it, but that's why I say these things. They do a magic. They turned that nigga into a drug dealer, a rapper, and a businessman. That man has no business credentials, y'all. He has no business paperwork at all. You don't get the science of that shit was make-believe. You don't get it, do you? That man had no business degrees on paper at all, y'all. He was made to be a businessman. Because you're not gonna be a rapper no more. You're gonna fucking be a businessman. That's your new role, bro. And you got $2 billion. That's the new shit we pushing on him, man. That's it. Even though that $2 billion can't save his ass down. Let's read it now. Let's go. Jay-Z and Beyonce decision to remain seated during the U.S. national anthem at the 2020 Super Bowl was misinterpreted as a protest, but they clarified it was not a planned protest. They said it was something about their daughter or something. No, busted. See? That's when they was on a all-black protest. But what they were doing, gaslighting, because those Negroes ain't going to do nothing in no street. But I'm going to show y'all this too. Let me show you how they work magic on you once again. I'm going to show y'all how they always finesse y'all. See? He get them worked up to protest, but he don't get them worked up to build shit for their ass. Huh? He had them marching down streets, but he don't build nothing for them. Because they didn't know behind every march is an agenda. And the people that set the march, they the ones with the agenda. The marcher never knows the agenda. So they did a lot of marching, but they didn't march against Jay-Z for not building shit. Get it? Here you go. This why it's over for y'all. Let's rewind it again. What up, Sister T? Make sure y'all check out Sister T. That sister work hard. All right? That's why it's the end of an era, y'all. 1980, 2024. What I say that is time to grow up. Got to get over it. Only thing going to save it is new talent. Fans, y'all became dumb. You don't even know what talent is. A lot of y'all ain't really black for real. You ain't from the era. Y'all were talking BET, black entertainment, but your ass ain't black anyway. Because you a vegan, right? You don't eat soul food. So what you talking about? Ha ha. See that? A lot of y'all became vegans. No more soul food. No more soul food. No more BET. Are you getting it now? Y'all became boring. BET became boring. Everybody's a fucking vegan and an idiot. See what happened? All right then. So BET stock crash. No more multi-million-dollar business. Diddy, the most disgusting news in that world, the big media mogul that was the biggest, the big media mogul that was BET's favorite is in jail. Period. So that's your clue. When you see this woman that you don't know, just know she's the new face. Like I said a couple months ago. But it's an update because it wasn't a award show. And guess who wasn't there? Guess who wasn't there? And guess who don't want to be black no more neither? Like who? Beyonce. Huh? This one black was cool. And my white people, let me show y'all. This one black was cool. See that? Yup. Ha ha. Even though she made up 1,000 Tupac lies. Lies. She dragged out Tupac lies for 10 years straight on what? The internet. Because you didn't know Jada Pinkett had a deal, and every lie she told, she got paid for it. What's the other lie she told? Will cheating. Will wasn't cheating. They were swingers. But they use that for content because they are liars. And she's a witch. She don't want to be black no more because black is not cool. See? I still got love for people, but they don't. I told you they pink now. They turned their back on y'all. Yup. That's what happened. You got the proof. Look, one picture, tan the fuck out. I didn't even know somebody can get that tan. You got more proof. Look, tan. Yo, y'all, the truth is they were tanning more than white people. It's in our face. They was perpetrating black more than white people. So that's why I told you, black is a mindset, y'all. It's not a complexion. That's what y'all didn't get. It's a state of consciousness, y'all. It's a state of thinking. Meaning, when it was this thing called black and black power and soul food, it was a mindset, not a complexion. But in your generation, they started tricking y'all with complexion. Jada Pinkett, they never had no candy yams and barbecue ribs in her life. All right. If I asked Jada right now to make a survival meal in that kitchen, I bet she couldn't do it. All right. I bet you if I told Jada to make something in that kitchen and when the chef is gone, she'd probably faint. All right. Because they don't know nothing about nothing. Stop it. If I asked her right now to fry me some fish, she ain't going to know what to fry it in. She ain't going to know what to use from the grease to the pan to what she going to put it in. So stop. And to the season. So she's not black. So stop it. All right? But that's how they've been finessing y'all. When your whole career is on pictures and videos and movies, you're going to believe everything you see. So they started pushing the black card because they all knew that black gets you rich between the 1980s and the 2020s. Black gets you rich. That's why when they bought that first cell phone, drug dealing. You mean in the 1G days, they still bought the phone for dirt? Yep, even though the phone was $4,000. Yep. Other phone, what they use it for? Drug selling. The app phone, 3G, what they use it for? Drug dealing. Every phone, dirt, hacking, scamming. Because that's y'all life. But tech is king. Y'all gonna die, tech gonna still be here. And the ones that master the tech, they gonna be the kings on the earth. Meaning they gonna be the rich. Y'all always gonna fail. Because y'all brain is always trained to do negative shit. So you do negative shit with these devices and y'all use them for destruction. Everybody else manipulated the art of how to use these things to be rich. And you didn't do it yet because you have a brain chip and you're trapped in Hollywood. So that's all you guys know. We gave you Hollywood and they took over Silicon Valley. That's right. They're going to be the programmers. You're going to be the one getting programmed. Always going to be like that. Hip-hop brain chip. Members only, forbidden content. Get up to date. Diddytrial. Diddynews. Corny. Lame. I'm going to still cover it, though. But I'm going to tell you about the new world. That's right. So if you don't want to be the joke, you better get smarter. Are you stuck in 1980? Are you stuck in 1992? Stop lying. You still watch 3G shit because you still watch Cameron and FatJoe. Let's go. Protest. A joke. We're going to gaslight in the protest, even though he's not going to protest. Put rebellion in their head because rebellion means no job. Rebellion means you can't take care of your family legit. Teach them never be corporate, never be clean. Teach them that. Even that when they graduate from school and they're young men, they can get their life in front of them. But you make sure before they graduate, they be so far wrapped up in them streets and they love rap so much that them boys ain't going to want to do nothing. And that's what happened. The thing is this. They're going to be taught rebellion, but they don't know rebellion means you'll never, ever be able to take care of your family ever. They didn't know that rebellion means somehow you're going to always got to do dirt. They didn't know rebellion means somehow you're never going to have nothing. You're going to die a broke old man. That's right. You show me any man that spoke about black power his whole life, I will show you a broke man when he gets older. He will be older on disability in a small apartment with roaches. Yes, he will. He's going to have a lot of books, too. He's going to have a lot of books. He's going to be real conscious, yup. Somehow he's going to be real conscious, but he's going to be in a dark crib with roaches. That's right. Black power. No, black power when you turn that light on and do something for your people. That's right. Them days over with. Because I told you, they are now all clowns. Ain't no way in hell you're going to hang with Pennywise and you think you straight. What they told Beyonce, put your new crown on. Part 2 from yesterday, the end of an era. They time up, y'all. Sorry to tell you that. We just getting started. Just getting started on the live. Got so much to talk about. That's right. We up. Let's go. All right, now look. My people at. Shout out to everybody. All right, boom. Let's go. Let's go. So now, right, I'm just showing y'all why it's over. First of all, you know Oprah don't deal with them no more. Oprah the new gatekeeper now. She's the top. Just like Oprah ain't getting no trouble. But Oprah was also behind all of this. It was a network thing. Okay? Oprah, I'm going to talk to Jay. We're going to go to Marcy, give out gifts. And then Jay is going to get, the blacks to get with you, Harvey, and you guys work some stuff out. And that's how they were networking. When I've been telling you, they all family. When I said there's nobody in my face I cannot connect back to Harvey Weinstein or Diddy. Cameron, I could put him with Diddy and Harvey Weinstein. Easy. Because black entertainment was a bubble, y'all. It was a pink pyramid. All right? Meaning, I'm just going to be honest, it was a world that was always controlled. It was a big-ass cartoon. Guess who was in the cartoon? All right? So now let's go back. The cartoon was you guys going to believe in protesting. But really, you're going to be fighting yourself. Because we're going to put a rebellious spirit in you, but that rebellious spirit will be opposite of success. We didn't want y'all to know that y'all mind could have been used for great things like creating, innovating. Your mind could have been set to create the new website, the new merchandise. Your mind, your energy could have been used for so much great positive things. But under this thing called rap and black entertainment, we taught all y'all positive energy to somehow go negative, whether through sexual behavior or demonic, wicked behavior. This is why everybody else in the world went up and you guys went down. And the only thing you guys mastered with protesting against yourself is called divide and conquer. You hit each other in the head with those fists. See, you were talking about these people, but somehow you took that fist and you kept hitting your own people with it. That's why the joke's on y'all now, all right? That's what protest gets you. And then after that, the one that got you to protest, he don't stand in the sun with you. Now, what they say, if they spit, we hit. But guess what this really means? Guess what happened? What I see? Somehow I think these fools got set up because now, once they out that house, they getting rounded up. Roundups. Oh, lady, I know you ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing. Sir, you didn't do, I know. But let us find out some of them people that ain't supposed to be in this country live at your house. That's right. Then again, it's all mixed together. You watching that? What you think was happening to the Bloods and the Crips? What you think? So you mean to tell me you think it's 2,000 soldiers on ground and plus more than that? And you think, what you think gonna happen? All right, it's called cleanup. That's right. Los Angeles getting cleaned up. Hey, whoever mad or whoever, I don't know about that. All I know is it's going down. Huh? Rising. What they say, 2,000 on foot. I ain't gonna lie, some of them National Guards look like flunkies on the front line. It look like some of them, right? They just threw the uniform on their ass. It looked like some of them ain't no English or nothing. It was funny as hell. They the ones they put on the front line holding the sign. It looked like they was some essays just came to the country. They don't know shit. Cause it looked like one man was, some real stuff. Like I saw them training. It looked like one guy was an interpreter, speak Spanish. And he had the one that didn't know how to speak Spanish. He had his shoulders like he was controlling like a fucking puppet. And they were getting ready for the front line and shit. I said, I think the ones that can't speak English, they gonna put them on the front line like some dummies. That shit was funny as hell though. Look. But anyway, right? They playing charades, but the real stuff ain't gonna be televised, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. When that sun went down, I don't know what happened. But it's going down, y'all. And whatever, I'm just gonna leave it right there, but I'm just showing you. That's the protest, right? So you see the man that promoted protest. Where he at now? No. What they think they're gonna get from protesting, y'all? All right, I just want y'all to see that. But they didn't know. It was said that anybody protesting this time, your ass is grass. So guess who got put in the thirst trap? Guess who got put in the trap? Guess who got put in the trap? That's a lot of people in the trap. That's right. Because if you saw many police cars, that's one thing. National Guard, that's another thing. Every other agency, that's another thing. Then you got people that you ain't even gonna see. It's over for their ass. Guess what else they said? On TV, they said this might go on for a minute. That's what they said. They said it might go on for a minute. So now you see why yesterday I told you, Beyonce does not want to be black no more. She is not with that protesting stuff at all. She ain't with it no more, y'all. Nope. That's the new Beyonce, y'all. And she is not black no more. She is not with BET. You will never, ever in your life ever see Beyonce at a black entertainment event unless she's trying to go back black. Right now, she's working on her whiteness, y'all. Sorry. She's working on her whiteness. Sorry, y'all. I don't think she's ever coming back to BET. She's being humiliated as we speak, y'all. Yes, she is. So look, right? This ain't a black thing. It's a Diddy thing, y'all. See that? Told you so. It's a Diddy thing. Anybody involved with Diddy, they ass is grass and they ain't never coming back. Ashton Kutcher in big trouble. To give you an update, they did not stop tormenting his ass. Nobody. Anybody affiliated with Diddy, they are not coming back, y'all. The end of an era. All right, so just to show you, this ain't about race. It's just that when I say BET is dead, it's just that they're the brokers and they need these people to pay them. If they're not getting paid, they ain't getting no money. So Ashton Kutcher, he's dirty too, and his ass in trouble. They've been giving him hell. I'm also showing you how the same exact people making all these memes. This is why ever since this shit went down, Beyonce been in trouble. So let's go. Let's go to the freaky stories. These are the tales, the freaky tales. These are the tales of freakiness of rap. These are the tales. They don't even know we know they all out the closet. Ray J also don't know that I know those his colors, huh? Look at the rainbow chat room. Yo, y'all, they have no clue. They have no clue. Their code is cracked. I don't know what code they're under, but it's cracked. It came out in the Diddy trial. Yep, they're under the rainbow. That's right. So they're going to have rainbow stories. Then I tell you, every platform y'all watching now was rainbow. You didn't believe me now, did you? Somehow you just didn't believe me, right? When I told you, y'all been watching rainbow platforms because that's been their job. It's just that they were scared to come out the closet like Lil Nas X. They had to do it slick. But being that they didn't want to do it, that's why their ass broke. Lil Nas X got more money than Ray J, Young BERG put together. Yep, because he came out the closet. So being that they scared, they playing a game called 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let's go. Pause. Young BERG says he's done with Diddy after Diddy called him pretty and a fine mother at Star Island Mansion. No, Negro, it's not called Star Island Mansion. Around here, it's called the FREAKOFF Mansion. Get it right, bro. Get it right. So now, as I told you, they will continue to expose themselves. This is the reason why BET is done, because they are so broke. They are so finished. Only thing they can tell you is old stories. Old stories. But what they're not going to tell you is Diddy got all their ass in their house. Young BERG, do you think I'm stupid enough to think that Diddy just said you pretty, but he ain't do nothing? When he took that light-skinned boy that looked just like you. See, the light-skinned boy, his name was what? YK Osiris. Diddy took him on a mandate in 2020 something. Diddy took that light-skinned boy on a mandate. So I know he did to you. Because back in the day, Young BERG, you was YK Osiris. That's right. So, Young BERG, if you think we believe that you was at the funky FREAKOFF Mansion and that man didn't do nothing to you, fool, you need to smack yourself, and you and Ray J need to just come out, bro. Just stop it, bro. I will still respect y'all. I will still respect y'all, bro, because I know who you are, and you is not going to make me think that that man said you was a pretty mother, and he ain't do nothing. And Young BERG, they took your chain back in the day. I know he took that. I know he took them buns. Stop it, bro. Young BERG said he's done with Diddy after Diddy called him pretty. Man, that was to punch Diddy's face. No story about you punching Diddy after that? All right. I know he did to you. He was at the FREAKOFF Mansion. Y'all look, they try to call it Star Island Mansion. No, it's called the FREAKOFF Mansion, Negroes. All right. According to Young BERG, Diddy greeted him with a suggested comment. Come here, you pretty mother. Understand, BERG felt a wave of unease wash over him. No. Let's stop it, y'all. So are we going to believe that Young BERG didn't get touched by Diddy? Are we going to believe that? We have never heard. That's why I say they telling on themselves. They out the closet. It's a riot in L.A. L.A. is broke, y'all. Hollywood is finished. See, this is the biggest thing I keep telling y'all. That's why I love this shit. They know the fans don't know. Man, as far as we know, Ray J going live from a hotel. Not only did they get burnt out, the rent is so high. I'm going to give you a mathematical formula. If you don't have a platinum record, if you don't have Oscars, if you have not done enough work where your royalties and publishing checks are so big, you straight, they all going to go broke, y'all. They all finished. Plus, we already know. What do we know? Let me show you once again. Every time they talk, they're going to tell on themselves. So this is what I want y'all to do now. Listen. Every time you listen to black entertainment interviews, listen to them. For one, they're going to always tell you old stories. Guess what? That's part of the incrimination. When I said this internet is designed to expose all of them and destroy them, I'm going to tell you the formula. Every time an old celebrity talks, listen to them. They're going to tell you first old stories. But in the old stories, they're always going to tell themselves. So a Sugeknight already told me that Ray J used to live with Diddy. Ray J, is that the same time when Diddy called Young BERG a pretty mother up? Okay, we got the proof they were staying at Diddy house. See how I put it together? Told you, I just listened. I'm showing you how I connect the dots. I'm not smart. Suge told me Ray J lived with Diddy. Guess where Ray J lived with Diddy at? Bingo. See, I'm telling you, man, this shit be set with certain names, man. As soon as I say Sugeknight, it frees up. See that? Guess who stayed at the FREAKOFF mansion? Ray J. What this story come from? FREAKOFF mansion. They are running their mouth as if we don't know this the house where everybody got touched on. This is why I told y'all. If you would have watched the TMZ special, they broke down what go on in the FREAKOFF mansion. So the FREAKOFF mansion, y'all, is nothing to talk about at all. If I was Young BERG and them, the last thing coming out my mouth is Star Island, because I would assume they're going to put it together. They're going to think, no, y'all, you see the house. That, I don't know why. I just think of funk in that house. It is no coincidence the house pink, y'all. That's the baby old mansion, y'all, the FREAKOFF mansion, man. That's the first one. Yes, it is, man. Hell no. That's the house where that girl, that woman said she seen men walking around and fucking, she said it in this shit. That's why I got it. When they showed us the heels and the rope, I got it because the lady told me in the FREAKOFF, it was men walking around with earrings. Not studs, y'all, earrings like grandma wear. She said it was a rapper walking around there with grandma earrings, man. So I got the clue that Diddy was making her wear heels and dress up. But if you didn't know about the FREAKOFF, you wouldn't know. That's why I say everything I got clear. They told us everything already, y'all. He was making men dress up. But my point is this. Now look at Ray J and Young BERG telling on themselves because they don't have no career. The ones that got played with the most, fondled the most, they the ones that don't got no career. They the ones that are broke. Young BERG was a favorite light-skinned boy from Chicago. Ray J a favorite little brandy brother. Right? They were little, and this is what y'all don't get neither. Y'all don't get this part because in the FREAKOFFs, they were the kids. It was Young BERG and them, y'all. You know that. Young BERG was the kid. Him, Soulja Boy, Sean Kingston in trouble right now. Drugs. They all are tarnished. Justin Bieber, that's the circle. They were the young boys in the FREAKOFF parties where the old heads can have fun with them. So always know that. When Young BERG was in the game, they were having fun with his ass. They had Lil Bow Wow at the FREAKOFF. You looking at it like, oh, Lil Bow Wow, but you ain't looking at it. Throughout the years, Young Bow Wow was at the FREAKOFF, disguised as a young rapper. But when they there, they having fun with Bow Wow. This is what Cat Williams was telling y'all. Y'all didn't get that. They Geppettos for many reasons. Because you look at it like celebrity. They was having fun with the whole B2K. Yes. They was having fun with all their little ass. That's why they be in the party too. Yeah, and it's all sanctioned in the FREAKOFF mansion. Let's go. They should have never told. They telling on themselves, y'all, they out the closet, all right? See the rainbow letter? All right then. Did the whole special. Got Ray J. Then I prove to y'all those his colors. When he on the fence, I'm not going to say nothing. Let's go. Let's go. No, they out the closet, y'all. They should have left. I think they on contract. They can't. Let's go. According to BERG, Diddy greeted him with a suggestive comment. Come here, you pretty MFer. Understand, BERG felt a wave of unease wash over him. He felt a warm, tingly sensation. All right? He turned pink. Soon as Diddy talked to you like that, you turn pink instantly. Oh, shit, I'm pink. As the situation escalated, Diddy allegedly made another comment that heightened the tension. I made men forget about. Imagine when I put my arms around you. You'll find it. And this guy, Young BERG, is repeating that. Or is he out the closet? Which one is it? Ha, ha, ha. Why? They know all they got left is one particular fans that spend money. Let's go. Now look, Diddy made 2 comments. This is my point. This is what I was telling y'all before. This is why I tell you they willing participants. When a man talk to you like that, first thing, I'm going to hit Diddy in his face. Talking to, man. So what? Are you going to beat my ass anyway, right? You might as well beat me up, throw me out right now, bro. Might as well. You ain't going to beat me up, knock me out, and take my buns. That's what y'all was doing, right? Okay, then. So guess what else I know about you, young bird? I also know if Diddy wanted you, he got your ass. So if you said no, you was going to get knocked out anyway, bro. So stop it. None of y'all going to escape the baby y'all treatment. It ain't just Meek Mill. Y'all Meek Mill before Meek Mill. All you young celebrities got fondled. All y'all got touched over. And all y'all had to go down. That's right. Every last one of y'all. So I don't know why y'all on the internet. Diddy told him, I made men forget about women. That's what he told young Berg ass. That's right. I made men forget about women. Imagine when I put my arms around your fine ass. Because he was abusing men, y'all. I told you. Men. The only woman he was with was his girls. That's it. His sex demons. He used his sex whores to get the men he want. Them boy, all of that, y'all. That's what he was doing. But guess what? What did Diddy tell y'all? It was all consensual sex. That's why Young Berg is no Young Berg doing his job. Hey, man, all Diddy did was flirt with me, but he didn't try to take my buns. He didn't try to knock me out. Diddy's really a cool guy. He just flirted with me. See that? They're out the closets. Just so happened the other day, Cameron is talking to the male stripper Punisher. Can you see who's working on his internet? Can you see how your reality is controlled? Everybody in your face is affiliated with the same people, and they're just telling you the same shit. Meanwhile, they're all finished, and they praying to God you don't put together who was actually taking the dildos and who was getting rubbed down with the baby oil. And the main thing they don't want you to get through your head is, who was the Astroglide for? But guess who knows it all? Oprah. Oprah knows everything. Oprah might have actually saw the 250 cameras. Oprah might also got a call from the White House. We got they say about Oprah. Screw you, Oprah. You need to go to jail instead of Diddy. Diddy is way better for the public. They really saying, at least Diddy could dance. You can't do nothing. That's about it. We ain't finished yet. Once again, nobody wants to be black no more. All right? So when you see them on their timeline, just remember that. See? That's Jada now. Set it off, that's back then. That's when black was cool. Yeah, man, we was just grooming y'all to be in the streets your whole life. We just making y'all think the hood was cool. That was back then, y'all. We ain't on that shit no more. That was back then. That was just when we were making this shit for y'all to go to jail. And it was just then we were pushing called ride or die, bitch. Yup. And now all y'all in jail, so that shit over with. They ain't with that black stuff. All right, that's right. Let's go. They ain't with that black stuff. Look at Beyonce, y'all. What is going on, Beyonce? She be humiliated, y'all. I don't know. But Young Berg and them, they talk about gay stuff. Freakoff mansion. Now you see that? Diddy got them all on that island. Where they going at? Ray J, Sugeknight said you live with Diddy. Young Berg just confirmed it. Diddy got all y'all ass, so stop it. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. Show you it ain't stopped. I was there. Undercover agent exposes F and Diddy. That's right. Let me show you the jokes. People still laughing and joking. The feds versus Diddy. Y'all crazy. Go Diddy with your foul ass. See that? Joking. Who else getting joked on? You. Your kids still watch Drewski. You mean Drewski tried with stuff? He is in a descriptive story with Diddy about baby O jumping on a woman, she slipping, sliding, all that. Him and Diddy laughing. And Odell Beckham there and they're in the same charge, and he's still on the internet, and the kids still watch him. Yep. So should anybody respect these people if they don't respect themselves? If they watch people like Drewski, should people respect them anyway? But when you understand, it is no such thing as B.E.T. It's a new people called pink people. Because black is now pink. You see Drewski? He's pink. He's not black. See? He's pink. See? All right. Weirdo. But Cat Williams told you what? They don't got no talent. Kevin Hart was favorite. He was favorite. Now the Cat Williams lie to you. Where's his career at now? Uh-oh. He had to admit he was on drugs because he was in trouble with his wife. And he had to admit to his wife that when he was cheating on her, he was on that pink stuff, hanging around Diddy. How many people got turned out around Diddy? Kevin Hart, Meek Mill, French Montana. A lot of people turned out. All right? Now look, he's still catching smoke. I'm showing you Hollywood is finished. Anybody affiliated with Diddy, that is, no way out. Now let's look. Now when Cat Williams told you this dude wasn't funny, Diddy lied to you. Well, then ask yourself, why is Kevin Hart over 45 with his washed up ass hanging with cassie? Because Cat Williams was right. That's why. That's called life after Diddy. That's called no talent. That's called stressed out. See, when I told you them Negroes ain't happy, they're miserable. They're finished. They're finished. B.E.T is dead. Salute Cat Williams. Huh? Because they didn't know he was putting curses on their ass. He put one on you too, Shannon. Ha ha. Yes, he did. You had no clue after this interview. You will never be big as this again. And after Bobby Brown, you are officially finished. Yes, you are, Shannon. And you don't see why he getting hit with the RICO. Nope. Having a bunch of dumbass hoes ain't a RICO. She could have asked Diddy for a fast food franchise, but she a chicken head. Who they talking about? The Diddy trial and how that woman said she got $10,000 a month. I pulled it up. Why? Remember when I said yesterday? I said, it's women right now make more than that right now. I was like, woman was selling their soul for $10,000 a month. I said, this woman at work get that right now. Or at least close to it. Meaning, they ain't got to do none of that shit Diddy had them doing. Now, let me show you how. See, now let's also look at the world of being broke in the real world. See, in the real world, see, in one word, they'll say, man, 10,000, that's a lot of money. I'll take that 10,000. Now, watch how somebody break down that $10,000. Check this out. For those who thought it was a lot of money. Let's go. We live on the internet. She was living freaky. She was living freak off to freak off. Did he still pay her rent $10,000 a month? By 30 is $333 a day. She was being a certified porn star for $333 a day. Selling cooch to a billionaire for $333 a day is nasty. See what I'm saying? That's a person that think like me. When I was like, yo, some people don't look at the future. You don't have to look at numbers. Now, anybody on this channel, when I went into the article and broke, I said, you got to look at your monthly budget. Sometimes you got to look at your yearly budget. Man, if you know what your salary say, you supposed to already know how much you got to kick out in rent. It's a future thing. So Diddy knew the game of, I can say $10,000 a month, but she ain't going to realize that shit really $300 a day. And guess what? He put her ass in a 2-year contract, y'all. And guess what else? Guess how she got jerked? Because they right. Guess how they right? Because Diddy had them jumping off with rich people. So when you with rich people, man, that's $1,000 a day. He paid them $333 a day. That's what a regular chick was doing. That's nothing. $330 a day, y'all. That's nothing. That's how he was playing their ass and putting them in a contract. Meanwhile, your ass on lockdown for 2 years, 24 months, and this man got your ass working. So I'm going to say, y'all, this shit is looking is in trouble. It was a client list. You just think rappers, entertainers? No. I'm looking at it for what it is. They was going to Diddy, the CEOs, the doctors, the preachers, the rich executives. He was making it happen for them. I got you. You get it? I think this fool was pimping, but doing this slick new contract. When I said Cash ain't making no records, you getting more money doing other stuff. Go in the room with TD Jakes. Go in the room. All right? You partnership, go in the room with TD Jakes. TD Jakes already cut the check to the company. All right? But I told you, Cat Williams put a nice curse on their ass. That's why you're going to see ever since they finished, they've been done. That's right. She was living freak off to freak off. Diddy paid her rent $10,000 a month. Guess who's the joke now? B.E.T, that's who. Huh? BET's a joke. See how BET was joking on Shannon? They been was telling you he's a fruity man. They been joking on BET. Look at it. Look what they did to Shannon, y'all. This Saturday Night Live, y'all. That ain't Cat Williams and Shannon. No, they was getting trolled. Look what they did to Shannon, y'all. That's y'all black hero. Go watch Shannonsharpe, y'all. And on top of that, he's accused for a white woman. The joke on y'all, BET. Y'all all the joke. Look at Shannon, y'all. Let's go. I'm about to do the recap. But first, while LA is wilding out, look at Vegas. Live stream shows an idiot with a pistol opening fire on crowded Las Vegas Strip outside the casino as 2 people reportedly RIP. So you're going to see chaos all over. It's more, I didn't get to load the other pit. Y'all know in New York, they got some stuff starting up right now too. Yup. It's some slick, low-key protesting right now in New York as we speak. Because those roundups, it got people acting a fool. So I'm going to get an update. But as we speak, New York's starting to cook. I'm going to assume in New York, it's going to be cooking. So anybody, see, what people got to understand, the main thing about these protests and these situations, right? Check it out. Now, y'all remember where California also had the biggest homeless tent cities. But see, as these things go down, anybody on the street getting cleaned up anyway. That's how it's going to pan out. So you looking at the protest, now you got to look at all the people that was already in the streets, the drug addicts, the gangbangers, anybody that needed the streets to sell their drugs. Can't sell drugs no more. They also are hunting down the cartels. They know a lot of cartels in LA. There's a lot of stuff going on. They also know LA is a strong haven for a lot of stuff. So I'm looking at it like this. It's more than just a protest because other stuff got to get done. I'm smart enough to also know if anybody in Los Angeles selling that fatty, their ass going to get snatched up too. That's right. Anybody in Los Angeles dealing with that trafficking in the hood, they coming for their ass. So I'm telling you, it ain't just this. The whole city about to get shaken down right as we speak. The whole city. That's what you're watching, y'all. Because remember, when troops come down, they're not coming to waste their time just with them only. No. Anything moving on them streets, getting checked. Anything on them streets without ID, you getting jacked up. That's right. Guess what else they're going to do in certain hoods? Knock on doors. That's right. So even the troops, in my opinion, the troops are going to be just for reinforcements. In my opinion, the troops are going to be to shut down perimeters. That's what the troops are going to be for. Know that part. The dummies going to be the front line dummies, the National Guard. The troops locking down perimeters, watching that sky, snipers on a roof. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. So when I saw the people from California, you know, the politicians, that lady said this might go on for a couple days. So all you got to know is, y'all, it's about to heat up. And in New York, it's about to go down too. So when you get that, it was a protest behavior pushed on the internet. Black Lives Matter. Lord Floyd. Trayvon. I can't breathe. Remember that? Well, guess what? I'm telling you this. This time, if you wild out, you'll never be seen again. And this ain't the Martin Luther King Day. So you know what that means? This time protesting, you ain't just going to no regular ass jail. And guess what else? They said it yesterday. If you spit, they will hit. If you spit, they're going to handle you like you spit on a federal officer. And you're going to be cooked. Either way. That's what they do. They got the right to beat your ass and put you in federal prison. Yup. This is what I said. Use your brain. A lot of y'all have been on the internet. Y'all been talking about these camps, FEMA camps. Family, do you think Los Angeles jail is enough to hold the people they're going to lock up? Well, if you can figure that out, then you'll probably know who's going in the fucking camp. Because they're not going to a regular jail. Nope. Sorry. Like I said, they said it yes. What they said on the news yesterday. Los Angeles is 50% immigrants. 50%. When I told them, I said, yo, the blacks in Los Angeles are the most delusional. They're the most outnumbered. What I say about the blacks in LA? The blacks in LA be talking black power, but their ass never been to the East Coast. They never even been in no real black cities. They were raised in the desert. They were taught black power through books. Because the truth is, the blacks in California always been outnumbered. Plus, the blacks in California was programmed to what? Slay each other. Slay each other. That's Los Angeles. Los Angeles was always the grandstand for blacks to slay each other. That's what it always meant. So when they was the ones talking the most black talk, they were the biggest hypocrites. Because while they were talking black and slaying each other, other nations kept moving. They said they got hot Asian. Run LA. Run that shit. Asian. Filipino. What? You mean to tell me after the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese got more clout in LA than the blacks? Yup. The blacks in LA ain't learned to this day they gonna always be treated like trash. They ain't learned yet. Why you think all they got left in LA, the blacks? All they ass on the internet. Because in LA, it was never meant for blacks. They only need blacks to do certain shit. And if them blacks don't do what they need them to do, freaky shit, they ain't got nothing for them. So then you gonna see why they broke. That's right. Once Hollywood done with you, you're finished. Anybody want to know how it is when Hollywood done with you? You go watch the movie Boogie Nights. When Hollywood is done with you, a straight man, he will be sucking penis after that. Yes, he will, because he got to get a check. Their money came from executives, not from other rappers, y'all. Their co-workers never made them rich. It was the executives. All right? When those executives don't want to touch on that boy named Young Berg and Ray J, they finish. When this rich executive had all that money, and Young Berg telling me he was around Diddy, and Diddy ain't touch on him. No, he said you was a pretty mother, all right? And Diddy ain't said it to nobody. He said to Fabulous, hey, we gonna party. To you, Young Berg, he said you was a pretty mother, all right? And that's why I've been called Diddy Nino Brown. And he gonna tell just like Nino Brown. But even Nino Brown said, pretty motherfucker, and then told on everybody. That's Diddy. Young Berg, you need to just shut up. Because we know you and Ray J are lovers, bro. So stop it. All right, that's it, man. That's why now all y'all doing now is having computer love. Meanwhile, that whole island looked like it stink. The whole Star Island looked like it stink, don't it? You see how Diddy got bad karma? It's supposed to be a exotic island, but somehow the water looked cloudy. That shit looked depressing. I'm going to be real, y'all. I don't want to go to Star Island. Sorry. If somebody say I can come and chill right now, I don't want to go to hell. No, fuck that. The spirit of Diddy is all over that shit. All right? The spirit, I'm going to be delusional when I go there. I'm going to start thinking, baby, y'all trying to get, I'm going to be paranoid and shit. I don't want to be out there, man. Especially when it get dark. I'm going to be hearing lost souls of men that got RAPE and shit. Help, help, help. I'm going to be hearing all that shit. I ain't rock with none of y'all, man. Now you see how Diddy had it set up? They can destroy you in the backyard and you screaming. The neighbors be like, oh, that's Diddy them again. And they always party. You know what Diddy neighbors say? Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Man, that fool always doing something. That's what they was doing out there, y'all. Guess who else lived at the mansion? Guess who else? Let's go. Let's update the memory bank. The Punisher. Cassie lived there too. Guess who else was there? And guess when Young Berg was there? When Cassie was there? Guess who Cassie was doing shit too? All right. But now, right? Let's look at who really was at the FREAKOFF mansion. FatJoe. Cause we taking over. Don't FatJoe always tell y'all he discovered DJ Khaled? Google it. Family, I told you, when it comes to this stuff, I'm a nerd. When it comes to rap, streets, I'm a nerd. I don't forget nothing, y'all. I was supposed to learn how to break down computers, but I was stupid, so I had to start learning how to just break down rap stuff because that's all I had. So I know this stuff because I'm a nerd. So look at FatJoe, y'all. Look at LL. The first rapper Diddy ever paid for a feature was LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. Bad boy history. LL Cool J is right there, flavor in your ear. He taught us about he, she's. We had no clue what the hell that was. In FatJoe, can't you see he was always a CIROC salesman? So, who you think was at the FREAKOFF match with DJ Khaled and Rick Ross? So I'm going to say it again. You Google how many times FatJoe told you he discovered DJ Khaled. But when he said discovered DJ Khaled, do you know what he really meant? Yeah, he told you he discovered DJ Khaled. He was always with Rick Ross. Now you saw Rick Ross kiss Diddy in the mouth. All right then. But you still didn't get FatJoe, huh? All right. You see that CIROC right there, right? Why FatJoe ain't in court? How we know those ain't tainted bottles Diddy gave him to get to somebody? How we know that? Hey, FatJoe, if you were smart, delete all your accounts, bro. That shit looking like evidence, bro. It looking like you got evidence, bro. It look like you got a storehouse. Now you see why Diddy was pimping their ass? Can you now see why they're guilty by association? Why they so broke they got to start a YouTube channel when Diddy don't pay you to push the rock no more? All right then. And they still show their face, but you had no clue. FatJoe was a CIROC boy. All right, you get it? So I'm just going to keep showing y'all. They all in your face. And now you're going to see what? Since the powers that be locked up, they got no more checks. So look, it's not a coincidence. Diddy's in court for making men dress up. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. The latest fad in America, y'all. Gangsters dressing up. It's normal now, y'all. The Gucci Man program, Young Thug program has worked. All right? This a fake-ass gangster from New York City, y'all. He done shot in crowds, shot people, but meanwhile he's a cross-dresser. Because gangster rap is dead. Anybody that calls themselves a gangster, they can't make money no more. Anybody that calls themselves a gangster and never had a real job, never cashed a check, they got felonies, never took care of themselves, they sleep on your couch, they hang outside all day with shit, they might be selling their ass. You know them Negroes that ain't got shit, but they keep their cell phone, and they always keep their shit tucked, and they always reading their phone, and they always dipping off with their phone, they be getting dates and shit. Yeah, they be tricking off. That's them. Matter of fact, he be in the house all day. He go out there. He sleep all day and go out at night, right? Okay, then. That's them. That's the new world, y'all. Gangster cross-dressers. Don't play around with him. He'll shoot your ass. Why? He was raised by rappers. He was raised by the best. FatJoe the gangster, man. All right? That's right. No, y'all, they got altered and flipped on this internet. Let's go back to the top of the top. Black entertainment. Here's your new celebrity. She's the favorite, y'all. Oprah though was shitting on Taraji. But live at the event, Oprah, pandering, showing love, embracing. Second time she did it. Taraji P, what she do? Come on the internet, trash Oprah. Oprah ain't take care of them. She said, I got something for y'all, man. I'm not dealing with y'all no more. From now on, I'm getting all my celebrities from out the country. Even though they've been doing it, stick it to y'all. That's right. We'll stick it to y'all. No, sorry, black entertainers. We're not doing those, funny movies. We're not doing parody no more. That's it. See that? So Oprah run the show now, y'all. Being that he in jail, she run the shit. So now she says who a star, who ain't. Even though she been doing it. But see, he control the money. She control the talent. Whatever she need to get it done, or the film, all that, he behind her, backing her. But now she run the whole shit. Now, if Oprah don't rock with you, you ain't gonna be nothing. That's it. But when I say they created their own celebrities, if Taraji, maybe if Taraji didn't run her mouth, Oprah wouldn't have got nobody else. So it's not a coincidence. In all forms, from basketball, football, all things entertainment, has been this competitive replacement. But this the real world. This your job. This your neighborhood. Hey, you looking for a house right now? It's competitive. You looking for an apartment. Hey, you on a list for a project. It don't matter. It's a list. It's competition now. When you get the concept, the world is diverse, and you're not at the top, then you'll get it clear. You're not the favorite because you are the favorite of a particular era. See, I got right here. I'm talking about entertainment control right here. But really, you guys been the favorite ever since the 1920s, since the Renaissance era. So this is really the end of what started in the Renaissance era, y'all. That's the honest God truth. Because after slavery, the Renaissance era was when y'all was on y'all feet and y'all started to win. And y'all were favored. So y'all cry today, but the early 1900s, y'all were favored. Y'all was moving to Chicago. New York, Philly. Y'all had them good jobs in Detroit. Y'all was okay. But somehow, y'all got so wrapped up in entertainment, y'all just couldn't do nothing else. So it's the end of an era. And when y'all was on the top, when y'all got crowned, that was the 80s. Y'all had Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston was at the top, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, right? Oprah Winfrey had a daytime talk show. Wherever y'all went, y'all was right there. Bill Cosby in rotation, top sitcom. Bill Cosby, top sitcom. Oprah, top TV show, live. Mike Tyson, best boxing match. But don't forget, you still have Muhammad Ali, all that. Sugar Ray Leonard, y'all had all the boxers. Y'all ran boxing. That was y'all sport, hands down. We all had a boxing now. Okay, then. Basketball, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. Y'all had them all. We all at now. Okay. At this time, 80s, y'all at the top of everything. Okay, let's talk politics. Y'all got Jesse Jackson. Meaning he ran for president, 84. See that? Y'all were talking about this man for president. Y'all so stupid. Y'all ran for president, 84. That's why I told you. Anybody not in this country before 2008, they're a foreigner. Huh? Y'all ran for president in the goddamn 80s. Y'all been at the top. Y'all were winning. Turn on TV, George and Weezy. Wherever y'all went, nobody said nothing. Nobody hated on y'all. Y'all was straight. But what happened is y'all got lost in your own black world. And then the thing called crack came out. And ever since crack came out, y'all been destroying the fuck out of each other. That's y'all. So, time's up. Nothing produced. Y'all all played the game up, hide the bread, hide the cheese. Get everything for yourself. So now y'all all left by yourself. It's called divide and conquer. Now that y'all divided, we got a new star from the UK. That's what happened. After y'all trashed each other on the internet, spilling tea on each other, destroying each other, y'all didn't know y'all were ruining y'all brands. Y'all all ruined y'all brands every time you hit the live button, but you didn't know that. You didn't know that as a Hollywood actor, only place you want your face is on that big screen. But y'all started reducing yourself because y'all got tricked with the internet too. The internet was to destroy you and y'all fans. Destroy y'all and y'all fans. They called the end of an era. So I'm showing you now how they really turned them into actors on the internet. This is why you saw them hit the live button more than any fucking thing else. Because they had been got reduced. They didn't know that. She was doing this in Africa when it was a writer's strike. Because also when these celebrities are broke and embarrassed, they run out the country. That's what they do. If they want to get away, they pick a country they can go hide at real quick. That's them. That's why you never saw them going out the country so much in the past couple years, especially since R. Kelly went to jail. Y'all don't notice nothing. See to me, like since R. Kelly went to jail, they've been trying to look for somewhere to live overseas, y'all. This was her in Africa. You know what this was? Remember after she got in trouble? For her and Ari Spears being accused of that minor stuff, right after that, her ass ran to Africa. So I'm telling you, I know they ass live out the country because Hollywood is dead. And before they live in a neighborhood where we can see they broke ass, they going overseas. Yes, they are. They're not living around us broke. Hell no. Hell no. And they're not stupid, y'all. They know this rent costs. They're not rich like that. Tiffany Haddish ain't big like that. No. BET is dead. You will never, ever see Tiffany Haddish in a movie again. Unless it's low level. I'm talking about, if I'm talking about star and role, never. And if I'm wrong, come back and holler at me. Daddy's gone, y'all. No more checks. No more checks. All right? Lee Daniels, he was favored. But the thing is this. When him and Dame Dash was beefing, nah, y'all, that was because Dame Dash was jealous. Dame Dash was jealous because Harvey didn't want his ass no more. That's all that was. Harvey was done with Dame Dash's ass. Get it? For real, for real. So he was just hating. That's all that was. Dame was jealous. See? Life after. Can you just see how clean Dame looked? Remember when I told you, you get around these people, you get a different glow? Look at that glow on Dame. See how when you're in Hollywood, it's a different lights, camera, action? Now look at Dame. But one thing Dame proved to us, when he couldn't suck penis for a check no more, he couldn't get no more money. Because when he ain't had no more backing, he couldn't get no more money. It's proven already. All right? Only because they had fun with their ass. Only because they liked him. Huh? Only because Dame busted open. How we know that? Because we see nothing else. But one thing Dame did was finesse the hell out of black men with a lot of talking. He talked his ass off, y'all. I mean, guess what, y'all? The truth, yo. He talked so much for real. That's why his teeth fell out. That's the only reason why. He been talking his ass off his whole life. That's why his real teeth fell out just like that, because he just talked his ass off. But he probably gonna tell you back in the day he got his shit knocked out too. But Dan was also telling us he was so desperate for a check from the white man. He was so desperate for a check. Dan was really trying to tell the white man his teeth come out. You get it? Bingo. Dan was really trying to tell the white man, I still can work. Don't forget about me, y'all. I still work too. Hey, y'all, I still work too. See that? I still work. I still work. Dan was telling them, I still work. How we know that? Because when Dan started working, Dan ain't get no more checks. That's how we know that. No more checks, bro. So, let's go back to Cameron. Who keeps telling you they believe Cameron and Dame Dash go hand in hand? Now you see why Cameron broke? Now you see why they all doing bad? All right. The white man took his hand off on Brew. Let's look at their biggest movie. So let's look at it plain as day. Did they go forward after this movie or did they go backwards? This is why Black Hollywood is not respected. A lot of millionaires, a lot of money they made. This 2002, it's 2025, 23 years ago, Michael Jordan. Did they go forward or back? Let's look at this fair. Did they increase the entertainment or did they destroy it? Which one is it? All right then. So now you see, without the white executives backing them with the money, providing them with the best of everything, somehow they couldn't think on their own, which means they were not the bosses they portrayed. When I got proof that Jay-Z did not make nobody career successful, when his wife is getting dragged to this day for not selling tickets, I have enough proof on Jay-Z that he don't make nobody successful and he don't make nobody rich at all. And they all clowns now. See that? See? All right. This is why it's over. Anybody affiliated with Diddy, they're never coming back. Kevin Hart, Jay-Z. Any more questions, Beyonce? Pennywise wing lady? Y'all all are embarrassed. They being humiliated. They called her up and said, tell her get dressed. That's right. Make a fool out yourself. Make 47 feel good. That's what they said, y'all. If they don't want to go to jail. Yup. 47 got all about the balls. You ain't noticed that? Y'all didn't notice how old Kevin Hart got that fast? Kevin Hart was not that old before Diddy went to jail. Man, when Kevin Hart saw Diddy go to jail, fool, man, Kevin Hart damn near had a stroke, y'all. That man's stressing, guys. You see Kevin Hart, that man's stressing, y'all. You see how short Kevin Hart is? Family, look at the chair. Look how tall Kevin Hart is in the chair. A grown-ass man. No, they were picking his ass up and bouncing his ass around that room. That's what they was doing Kevin Hart. They like Kevin Hart because his face, he had to get on his knees. He had a certain level, right? See that? That's what y'all worship. That's what y'all said funny. That's why Cat Williams said y'all been clowns. Kevin Hart. Ha! Ha, ha, ha. But meanwhile, it's all of them, right? Okay, then. So like I said, right? Cat Williams told you about all of them. Was he lying? Ashton Kutcher. He still ain't good. Why am I showing you this? Just let you know it ain't about race. Anybody around Diddy, they still catching hell. It's not over yet. This also is the proof that you will never see Kevin Hart again. Kevin Hart will never be in a blockbuster movie ever again. But he will be hosting BET this week or whenever they come back. But he will never be on the big screen no more. They will only entertain for black folk. That is it. And that will mostly be on the internet. In the real world, nobody down with Diddy wants to see their face. Nope. That's why they're on the underground. The internet is the underground, a.k.a. prison for black entertainment. That's it. Y'all stay on the underground. Don't take no ass outside. That's y'all. That's what it is, y'all. So on that note, I ain't going to hold y'all too long today. Got to take care of some business. Holler at y'all later. I appreciate all y'all. All right? Shout out on the recap. Just know, Young BERG and Ray J just shot themselves, y'all. They just admitted to spending the night at Diddy house. And not only that, we now have the proof that Diddy told Young BERG some of the most freakiest stuff that we have quoted. Now, we have no other quote of Diddy talking to no man like this, but here you go, because all the men were consensual.
All male platforms will now be pandering to their male fans, their gay fans. Cameron had a man stripper on the show for his fans last week. And now Ray J and Young Berg talk about man love. That's the new entertainment. All right? Have fun for Pride Month. I'm proud of all y'all. All right? Young Berg says he's done with Diddy after Diddy called him pretty and a fine ass at Star Island Mansion. No, it's not Star Island. I'll tell you again. Y'all my people need to take off. Address this shit as the Freakoff Mansion. That's what it is. Ain't no stars. It was just a lot of washed up celebrities seeing stars. Because when Diddy on your ass, bam, you going to be seeing stars. That's why it's Star Island. And when you finish, you're going to be seeing stars for about a week. That's what happened to your ass. That fool had parties there 4 days, y'all. 3 to 4 days. Where the hell you can't leave, bro? This fool on drugs, he can't go to sleep. But if you go to sleep in that party, guess what's gonna happen to you? Y'all know damn well that house look like it smell like a gym. Y'all know that. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I think his real house was California, and that was his house strictly for freaky purposes. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, man. What I know now, I know that crib stink, bro. You ain't telling me shit. Because it look hot. It look like that. It look like, y'all know about when that heat be so hot, the AC don't work. That's how that house look like. The AC will be on y'all. Sunbeam, but you still hot in that shit. And he used that shit for an excuse to walk around in a fucking towel and shit. Hell no, I ain't going to that house. They was, though. We know damn well Diddy walk around the house butt naked. He probably there butt naked, the Punisher, all that shit. Cassie there. How we know that? Well, that's the house where he was at with Kid Cudi. Car got blown up. That's around the same time. Oh, that's around the same. All these stories you getting is what was going down in Miami. When I said in Miami and Atlanta, they was doing the most. Thank you, Young Bird, for proving it. You want me to believe this horny ass man on mushrooms and sex drugs was going to talk to you nasty and don't do nothing? Huh? If he tugged on Little Rod and you a producer too, stop it, Young Bird. It's starting to show. Y'all all are like bitter, washed up, used and abused men. All right? So from now on, this is what you do. Look at all the celebrities and play this game in your head. Are they happy or not? And you'll see how they look. It's very simple. Let me show you happy. This fake happy right here. This fake happy. See that? This called make 47 feel good. Clown yourself. You was talking about black power. Put that flag on, girl, and maybe you'll be spared. See that? They turned Beyonce to a prostitute, y'all. Yup. That's right. They said she got to make a personal layout for all the men in D.C. Yep. This is a special photo shoot for the men in D.C. It's classified information of her butt naked. Allegedly. We ain't going to get to see it, though. Yeah. Because her husband was pro-black. Even though he was playing make-believe. He was, this is a joke on y'all too, black people. Check out this joke Jay-Z played on you. He said, only time I'm pro-black, nigga, is on Halloween. He said, only time I'm pro-black for real is Halloween. I'm not pro-black for real. I just dress like that on Halloween. Hell no, I ain't pro-black. Ain't no such thing of being pro-black. But all my money come from white. Do you now finally get this shit was a dream and a lie, y'all? How is level black excellence when the white people signed the report card? Filled out the report card, created the whole shit. Excellent. Stop it. No, it was called portraying a role of excellence. But really, we selling their ass failure 24/7. Take failure and package it as excellence, and they will buy it. That's what Jay-Z did. That's why he's a magician. Yeah, it's the truth. Just know that was his puppet master. He was the voice box. He was the false prophet that spit the lies out that you bought. That's what it was all about. Those are the ones that controlled his soul. All right, that's it. That's why nobody can spare him or Fat Joe. See, Fat Joe, this is what Diddy meant, a willing participant. Your Honor, I didn't make Fat Joe sell CIROC. I didn't tell him to knock nobody out. He down with us. The question is, we don't know if Fat Joe took them bottles back to the Bronx. Diddy could have been doing it in Miami. He could have been doing it in the Bronx. We don't know. But we do know one thing. Fat Joe was a CIROC and a baby oil salesman. Yup. Yep. But this is your new black entertainment right here. So let me close out while black entertainment is dead. It's not dead. It's just that this is your new black entertainment. It's called man on man action. That's right. I'm talking about for the bros. The woman is something different. Let me prove to y'all. Man on man action. LL, Fat Joe, man crushed on each other. Man on man action. Yeah. What else? Some more man on man action. Well, go check out the new video with Ray J and Young BERG. Talking about Diddy flirting with him. Let's look at the quote. I ain't want to say it again, but here you go. According to BERG, Diddy greeted him with a suggestive comment. Come here, you pretty mother. Understand, BERG felt a wave of pink unease wash over him, all over his body. As the situation escalated, Diddy made another comment after Young BERG hit him the first time. I made men forget about women. Imagine when I put my arms around your fine ass. And BERG didn't hit him again. BERG didn't hit him again. BERG didn't hit. BERG, is it a story you punching Diddy in the face? Okay then. If you didn't hit him, I'm going to say after that, you was a willing participant. Either way, bro. Stop it. Hey, Young BERG, they go in this house right now and find your DNA on the roof. So stop that shit. I'm talking about the inside the roof. And your blood is in a goddamn corner somewhere in a little room. So stop it, bro. We know what he did to you. BERG, sensing the discomfort and potential danger of the situation, decided to exit the scene. He recounted his immediate fear and the relief he felt once he was out of Diddy's. Oh, man. He was so scared, y'all. He wasn't safe till he left Diddy. No, fool. Diddy was getting that ass. He wasn't leaving Star Island, nigga. So stop playing, bro. You was not getting off that island unless Diddy got some of that ass. So stop it. You think come on, y'all. He gonna have that man in his house, call him a pretty MFer, and he ain't do nothing. So he just went back to bed after that. Good night, guys. Stop it, Young BERG. They telling on themselves. Especially they was younger too. Now they just old men. Now he just an old man that got touched on now. Look, Young BERG is an old man that got touched on now. He ain't about shit. Plus, they can't go back home. They ain't got no home. LA shut down. I bet you Young BERG live in Atlanta. On that note, y'all, I got shit to do. We out of here, y'all. Appreciate all of y'all once again. We out. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody in tune. More coming this week. Members only this week. I got a minimum of 3 new joints coming. On that note, we out. One, enjoy your day. Monday. Stay motivated. Stay getting to it. And mind your business. We out, boy. So, were you not the favorite no more? You see how Kevin Hart look? Now look back then when he was with Diddy. Look, see, light before Diddy. See, after all them drugs and all that, Kevin Hart was in shape. Now look at him. Look how he looked dried out and abused. He looks bitter. You see how they got money, but they can't be happy? It's in their face, y'all. They cannot be happy at all. They can't. Because they sold their soul. When you sell your soul, you sell your happiness too. You ain't got no soul, bro. You got a fake laugh for the rest of your life. Look at Shannonsharpe, y'all. Saturday Night Live was baking his ass. You mean he was a football player that turned to a young boy and then turned into a feminine young boy? Yep. Shannonsharpe is a feminine young boy, but he really 58 years old. Thanks, Linnell. Thank you.